Welcome to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Our producer Samantha's here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I just found out one of our Twitch chatters had the swine flu, and they are offended.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
What are the chances of that?
Wow.
You're fine.
Hey, if they're still here.
Yeah.
We like to warm up by talking about our favorite diseases.
Yeah,
and,
you had the swine flu. We all had Corona. Take that.
Yeah.
Ours is better.
You always call it Corona. Is that for humor?
What?
I call it COVID.
It sound,
And you call it
again,
Corona.
He equates it to alcohol.
What do you call it?
COVID?
Okay. What do you
Corona's
call
more
it?
lighthearted.
I call it
It's-
COVID.
COVID. I think everybody calls it COVID. When you say
That's
Corona.
old Pop
Yeah.
saying,
Goddamn Corona. Noval. I got the
So-
Noval Coronas.
So Corona
Noval.
is the virus that causes the disease.
He gives us
Of
the
COVID,
numbers. He's like, I got the Noval Corona COVID-19 XJ7. You give it the full government name.
It's just Corona sounds funnier to me, right? COVID sounds too serious.
Well, it's kind of
It
serious.
is serious.
I know. I'm just this is a comedy show.
Hey, the wives here, everybody.
wow, guys.
How do you guys feel about masks?
They immediately come in here. They start. My wife's yelling about insurance. They're checking through our numbers.
Oh,
They're like,
yeah.
let me look at your numbers. I
We
said,
had
"Have
a
you-
random listener walk in at 10 a.m.
Yeah,
thinking
Have
he
you
was supposed to
told
be
your
on the
wife
show.
I have no idea what I'm doing?
The fucking IRS came in here and they instantly knew everything. They just sat down and they started accessing
They
our
started crunching
database.
the numbers.
Yeah, and then Sam's like, "Are you gonna let them do that?" I'm like, "I'm powerless here. I don't know what the fuck to do."
And-
We don't try. When you, sorry.
Oh my God, Corona! It's goddamn Novel Corona COVID-19.
I don't know if
XJ7.
after all these years, I still don't know if Crystal and I trust you enough to
Oh.
write.
What?
Yeah.
Of course
Well,
you
I
should.
know she doesn't trust him, but I was holding out hope for you.
Well, we were checking because you were going on vacation. You're going skiing. Things can happen when you're skiing, so I'm just checking that
Yeah,
your
my
the
wife-
insurance
yeah, my
is
wife-
up
You're
to
gonna die.
date.
My wife was making sure that your Keyman insurance was paid up
Oh, yeah.
so you don't Sonny Bono.
Oh, and I'm shit-faced and no helmet.
And then yesterday he tells me the
higher than
story.
Chong.
I'm like, hey, you, because I still try to trudge through small talk because I'm a fucking idiot. And I go, hey, you excited about going skiing? Oh, I couldn't find any boots. They're all sold out. So I got an X-Acto knife. I found a video and I'll hollow out my boots. I'm gonna hollow out my boots with a knife so they fit my feet.
Yeah, he's got to cut the toe out of one of them. What? Well,
You didn't hear about this? You didn't hear about
That's
this?
what Reddit said.
That's what crazy people do. He always uses that on me. He's always, that's what crazy people
Why
do.
can't you wait
You know
until
what?
you get out there?
You know what crazy motherfuckers do? Crazy motherfuckers use a knife to dig out the toe of their snow boot.
What's going on with why?
So you know his feet are two different sizes.
No, she doesn't know that.
Oh,
Stand up and show her. She needs to
Oh
know.
my God.
put them up.
She needs to
No.
know.
I need to see.
What is it? You
Yeah.
can't tell. You
Is
can't-
has your
Stand up.
arch fallen?
No,
Is
he
this
broke.
why?
He broke his foot.
When he was
Wow,
a
that
kid.
toe is a lot longer.
Yeah, so it's a whole size difference.
it's-
So
Okay.
It's grotesque.
So-
it's like one half foot
He
and
needs-
one long foot.
so we needed.
It's like,
I bought him
it's
a
like
new.
the clown who had one shoe.
I bought him a second pair of boots this year.
Yeah.
One in size 10 and one in size 9, so he could wear one on one foot and one on the other foot. Which is
Handicap.
terrible waste of money, but anyway, it didn't fit or whatever, so we returned it. And now there's apparently a boot shortage.
Yeah.
There's a shortage of like everything, but
Everything.
also
Boots.
snowboard boots.
Snowboard boots.
In Florida, that's weird.
And so he.
They make them in Russia.
Yeah, they're weird.
Yeah.
So look, anyway, the guy suggested that there are companies who can hollow out the toe, because the problem is last year TC lost his toe or his toenails.
My Jesus God.
See, this is why we need the insurance.
God, you keep a lot of secrets from us. This man's been walking around with a half foot with one toe on it.
Can you put like some cotton or in the toe? Like
It's
to
gotta
make
be
it-
No,
hollowed
it
out.
needs to be longer.
Yeah.
Why don't you just chop the toes off
Right.
and run it? Cold toe.
Have you called any places out there in Colorado where they
No,
specialize
of course
in
I haven't,
snowboard
Andrea.
stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, Andrea, what
We
you-
might have a listener that might
If you
have a
saw
pair.
how I ran my life, it would. I mean, you'd faint.
Do you? So are you going to take a tiny X-Acto knife and then you reach into the toe of the boot? And you,
But what if you
You
poke a
know,
hole through
scrape it
your
up.
boot?
Now,
scrape it up real good.
there's like an inner lining, and they said on Reddit that
Oh, good.
Reddit.
You take the inner lining, and then you
4chan.
somehow
He's on 4chan. This is how you make your boots not communist.
Anyway, they said that you could do it. I'll attempt to do it, and then I'll lose my toenail again. That's fine.
Don't do it.
So let's go back to the way
Is this a
this
chat
morning
with the Masters?
started.
What are we doing?
No.
Okay,
because
I'm completely lost. We have recorded so much this week.
Oh.
I'm putting up the wrong shows. I don't know where I'm at. I'm having mental breakdowns. I'm the weakest I've ever been.
Well, Andrea and I have been given no idea of why we're here.
No, I don't even know what my wife walked in. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here?
So this is an intervention, guys.
I'm like, where's my daughter?
Not for us.
No, it's,
No.
let me just bet.
We had to trick Tom to think it wasn't for him.
Wait, this is an intervention for him? I need an intervention. I want it. I
It's
want the
for you both. It's for you
conservatorship.
both.
Conservatorship.
I had to get the ladies
I want
here.
a conservatorship. I want to shave my head. I want to
Lock
video
'em
my-
up.
Yeah, cover my boobs.
so
Rolling around Instagram all day.
Crystal gets here, then another knock on the door, and all of a sudden Daniel runs over there, and Daniel's like, "Hey!" And then I thought it was Andrea because we
Yeah.
were
Me
doing
too,
this
that's
live
why I
cast.
didn't
It
know.
wasn't Andrew.
Yeah.
Guess who it was?
Yeah, it's a game show, Drew.
Fucking game show, Drew.
And then he
And
comes
he's
in.
dressed like he's on Baywatch.
And he's carrying a Yeti cooler like he's on the beach.
Yeah,
tried
I'm here
too
for
hard,
the party.
Andrew.
Did you
He
bring your
did. He did look like he was going to the beach.
I think he's
Yeah.
crying in his car right
He's,
now.
he's outside.
He's probably on Twitch watching it from his car.
Don't watch us. We're gonna talk shit about you, man. Mad shit about you right now.
He tries so
turn
hard.
it off.
dude.
Turn it off.
Too hard.
You tried too hard. Go home and just think about what you've done.
So then Andrea comes in,
Horrible.
and Andrea's like, "Hey, do you have this documents from 2019?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, she gave it even. She's
I
like,
have
remember
no
that?
idea."
Remember that one time you didn't pay that one thing, and then we got that one letter? 2016. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then she's like, I saw Game Show Drew. I just let him go to his car in case he was a rapist.
Andrea, you know Daniel enough to know that me and Daniel don't know nothing.
But I thought after the
Perfectly.
first
You know, I'd hug
time.
you right now if I
no.
could. That was eloquently said. Perfectly said.
I agree with Andrea. She was after the first time we fixed it, right?
Right. It took a long time to fix
It
your
took
mistake.
like 8 months to fix.
I know.
Wait, was this
But we
when he had to
fixed
have
it.
the
That's
nurse
how it
come again? He
was.
had to have the nurse come again.
Yeah, the nurse
That
had to
little
come
nurse,
again.
the little man. I know that little man. That's
Oh,
that
yeah,
little
two
man.
nurses.
This little nurse we have is a little gay nurse, and he looks like that southern gay man that talks like this that everybody
Super
loves.
nice
I
gentleman.
forget the guy's name, but he's super famous. He's super famous southern little gay actor.
What y'all doing?
And he's so great, and he's good in everything. He's Leslie. His name is Leslie,
Yeah.
and I'm blanking on his name. But that's exactly
Leslie
what he sounds
Jordan.
like. And that guy comes, and he's like making small talk. I love this nurse. He's
Yeah,
great.
he takes our blood.
I
We
wish
got-
all my nurses were like this
Right.
guy. He's the
It's-
best.
It's for life insurance
Yes.
on each other
Well,
for the
you lost
business.
some weight, Daniel. You look pretty good. I was down at Southern Nights when it was Southern Nights. And he's telling me all these stuff. I love this guy.
And I was in here a couple of months ago and I asked you about it and you said, yeah, I'll check into
yeah, the
it.
gay nurse came. I remember.
No,
Okay,
I'm
I-
going to tell everybody about everything.
Yeah, that is true. That is a fact.
And then they tend to stop bothering you after you tell them that.
Okay, did the
and then
chat
I
room?
go on with my day.
We're on Twitch right now, twitch.tv/TomandDan Live. Did the chat room just show up to just? They're like these poor women. These poor women. Poor Crystal. Oh, Andrea.
Well, they heard about your butthole earlier this week.
Oh my God.
Oh boy, I didn't hear about that.
Oh, no.
Oh, you don't know about it?
That
Oh.
was
Wait,
the most organic. I didn't know. You sounded like an old baseball grandpa. You're like, oh boy.
Wait, I want to know if Crystal would do this.
Oh boy.
Of course. Okay, we can talk about this
All
because
right.
I like talking about the crazy things
Do you wanna
Daniel
see it?
does so that my
it's still on
wife
my phone.
appreciates me a little more for sitting and doing nothing to nobody.
Your wife always appreciates you. I see her post where she's like, "We love you more than anything." Blah blah about
That's
you. I
for
never
show.
get those. I never get
That's
those.
to paint a picture.
Because you're
to
making me
the-
look at your butthole.
Yeah.
Dan, you know the opposite is TC doesn't. I've never seen TC's butthole.
We're the yin and yang of buttholes.
Yeah, we are. We're a butthole yin and yang. We're the yin yang twins.
He
Make that a
won't let-
t-shirt,
Except,
Pabone.
except I have a tiny hemorrhoid arm. Tiny little hemorrhoid. Wait till you see my roids, bitch.
Okay, that's the next song.
I want to look at it.
Okay, so
No,
Hold on,
no.
hold on. I can do it. I can do it. Hold on, hold on. Hey, listen, little mama, let me tell you about my roid. It's in my ass, and it's as big as a Ford. It's fucking really big, and it weighs 20 pounds. It's purple, and it's gross, and it lays on the ground. Wait till you see my roids, bitch. Wait till you see my roids.
okay.
That's pretty good.
So,
Oh my God, I broke it. Oh, I thought it was gonna stay on forever.
over the weekend, Daniel wakes me up. No joke, it's 3 a.m.
It wasn't 3 a.m.
Oh.
It was like 2:45.
Worse.
It was.
And
Get
he,
the facts right.
and he comes out and he flips on the light. The big light. The big light.
Well, what
in the
other
room.
light is there? Like she has a myriad of like you got to turn on zone 1 light, zone 2 light, then you got
I
to
have
turn on
to
the
say,
NORAD light, then you got to
Oh, yeah.
turn on auxiliary light 5.
But it's
It's too much because she's a bitch in the bed.
yes, it's 2:45 in the fucking morning.
Yeah, get him. I love when the wives are here. This
So
is great.
he
Yeah,
goes-
because Andrea and Maisie straight up fuck with me constantly, and I'm done.
So he said,
Whoa.
he goes, something's wrong with my butt. Something's wrong. And I knew I was going to have to look at it, so then I could go back to bed. Because if not, he was
It's
going
like,
to...
it's like getting up to pee. You're like, you might as well just do it now or it's going to bother you for the next 2 hours. So just get it over with.
Just get it over with.
Yeah.
And I knew if I didn't look at it and help him out, I would be up from 2:45 till...
Is this what you want? Is this a show you wanted?
This is what I want.
I hope
So-
you're happy.
Oh, no,
Oh,
it's-
Corona.
it got to him now.
Goddamn Corona.
He lays on the bed, butt up in the air.
No.
And spreads his
No, hold on. You
Face
can-
down, ass up.
Yeah, well, I fall
way we
like a
like to-
soldier. I do the thing. I stand like
Because
a
the
soldier,
bed is too
and then
big.
Because the bed is too big. I'm too short for the bed. Get it all out, you tall bitch. And I stand, the bed's too tall, so I have to stand on the bed, and then I have to fall onto it, and it lifts my legs. My legs go up in the air. And then I have to take my ass, and I've got my boxers where my knees are, and I take my ass, and then, because I want to do it right professionally, I cup it tight, like equal parts cheek in each hand, and then I gently lift and pull. Open, so I'm like, all right.
Okay, then you see how
and
he
then
tells
I
me-
instruct her because I've been trying to take a photo of my butt with myself, but I can't because I can't tap the screen to get the yellow focus marks. So I tell her, make sure you tap the hole so
Yeah, yeah.
it focuses.
I'm not just looking at it. I'm taking a picture of him.
Because I gotta survey the land.
You can't squat over your phone?
That's
tried.
what I said.
I tried, and then Sam said you could have put on a timer, and I didn't
Yeah.
think about that. And you know what? Timer's going to take too long. I need action now. I can't be like, 30-second timer.
30 seconds.
No,
Three,
but that would have
4,
taken
5.
too long because I would have heard him in the bathroom, like trying to
The shutter-
get the
You
freaking
didn't hear me in there?
picture.
I've been in there for probably
Right.
30 minutes.
I need it done and over with so I can go back to sleep.
This is
So I take his picture and then I give it to him, and he's like, oh, and then he, starts.
What is Daniel doing at this time?
I do like, what?
Is he freaking out?
He's about to pass out.
Why were you awake?
Yeah.
Why were you awake at this
He
time?
had
Okay,
a dream.
I was having a
Hemorrhoid.
dream that I had a problem with my butthole. And I think I was in my dream feeling this grape-sized hemorrhoid that's on my butt. And it, in my dream, I was fucking touching Freddy Krueger. I woke up, I was like, yeah! And I was
then
like,
he's
it was real!
He can't breathe, and then he starts dry heaving.
Hyperventilating.
No, I like
He
the
does the dry heave.
Wah.
And so, he gets this picture and he's like, but wait, it's not like purple, like what a hemorrhoid is supposed to look like. And then he's dry heaving in the bathroom. It's just so funny. It's such a mess.
Would you do that, Crystal?
I mean,
If he woke you up at 3 a.m. and is like, hey, can you
Well,
take
she's not
pictures
gonna-
of my butthole?
She's not going to turn down the chance to see
That's
the
true.
unseen.
Yeah.
I gotta see it.
But are you a
First-
sleepy
First, that's
bitch like I am?
nearly impossible to wake you up.
Wow.
Me?
I tried to do it off the couch multiple times.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh my God. There's a lot of snorting going on.
She's
She's a dead body.
Listen,
I just leave Daniel. When Daniel would fall asleep on
My-
the couch, no.
my
no,
dad
he
used
stays
to
there.
say, my dad,
you're gonna scare the kids.
my father used to say, my dad would say this in front of me. He'd say, well, God damn it, Carol, the only way you can make it back to the bedroom after getting drunk drinking wine is to suck the walls. My dad,
I don't get it.
my dad said that the only way she can find her way back to
sucker
bed
fish.
is to use her mouth
That's
to suck the
hilarious.
fucking wall. He goes, oh, she's back there sucking the walls. They get in these huge fights.
What a
Oh my
saying.
God.
I had never
And I'm
heard
pretty
that.
sure my mom looked at my dad's butthole.
And you wonder where he got his temper from.
Oh god.
Well, I've just never seen it, so I just want to see it because
Chris,
I
I've
feel
never
like
even seen it. I've never seen it.
Daniel's
No one's
is
seen it. Well, we're
clean.
doctor.
It was very
It's a great
clean.
butthole.
Well, I don't know.
Well, it isn't now. It's not a good butthole now. It was a good butthole
No, it's
until now.
getting better. Because you've been soaking and suppository in it.
You motherfucker.
hey, is it a Hemi? You got a Hemi?
Oh yeah, there's a Hemi in there. Yeah, there's a Hemi in there.
Everybody gets a Hemi.
No,
every
not
now
like
and then.
this
I've
one.
never had a Hemi.
This is a
Not
grape.
either.
Not
This is
even.
a grape.
Giving
And it was a there's a different name for it. It's like when it hemorrhages out. And then they give it a great name when you get a lot of them and it hemorrhages out. It's called piles. That's great. You got piles.
He's teaching himself. He could be
Motherfucker's
his
got
own.
piles.
He
You
could
got
be
piles, bro.
That's gross.
his own
Pile of what?
proctologist.
No, it's just me. I'm a pile.
Piles of what looks like an alien guts.
Listen,
It's not like that. No, this looks like my skin. Just skin.
Yeah.
With a grape. Somebody like cut his skin, put the grape underneath, and sewed it up. And then there you go. You got grape.
so you did have a grape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
He has
grape
a picture
size?
if you want to see
That
You wanna see
seems-
it?
No, but
He
that
took a
seems
picture. I mean, there's
really
pictures. He
big.
tried to show it to me.
Yeah,
the other
I
day,
just
which-
screamed.
Yeah, I tried to show it to her, but Mo was like, "Don't do it."
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a full grape. It was like a baby grape.
It was
Are you-
like a cotton candy Publix grape.
Okay,
Are you
well,
grossed out by
it's like
that?
a pearl.
This big. No, I'm not grossed out by it.
Yeah, she was all cool. She was like, "All right, we looked at it. You got a grape. I'm going to bed." Like she's like,
Sleep
"No
mask.
big deal."
I'm going to start sleeping. Do you still sleep with earplugs?
Hell no.
She does
I
sleep
can't.
mask, earplugs, blanket over her head, and a pillow over her head like she's trying to kill
I
herself.
can't. I'm worried about sleeping with the earplugs at home. I did on the camping trip, and I got the best sleep.
Yeah, I used to
Ever?
get the best sleep with those, but now I got a loud ringing in my ear. 24 hours a day,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if I put earplugs in, it
Oh,
stays.
it's worse.
They get louder.
We go to sleep with the loud sounds of the Amazon River and a tiny
Amazon
Amazon fan
River.
and the Amazon fan blowing in my bathroom on level 4.
It's like, welcome to Survivor.
No, I have to do that too. Dyson on. Tell Surrey to play ocean sounds and
Yeah, we have the
pillow,
same thing.
eye
And
mask.
I have the same thing. If I wear the cushiony ones from years of drumming, if I put cushiony the spongy ones in my ears, it just highlights the ringing that I naturally have.
Yeah.
Because it isolates too much of everything else.
Everything else,
You know, the only thing that works for me are the ones that go over because it gives enough space for my ear canal to be able to
Yeah, but how you can sleep with that?
You can't.
Are we airing grievances? Because I got one.
Wow. Only if you show your butthole. Only if you show your
Is
butthole.
this a grievance
What?
about
One
yourself?
butthole for one
No,
grievance.
here's the facts. Here's the facts. There's only one person in here who has never showed his butthole to anybody. Everybody else in here has had their butthole seen.
Facts.
Actually,
a
doctor saw his
yeah,
butthole.
yeah,
Oh,
a
that's
doctor,
right.
and then
But I
we,
wanna
a
know,
nurse, a young nurse.
Is it black? Is it pink?
black.
Is it
The
brown?
doctor
know.
was black?
No,
There's no way to know.
doctor, the
I thought you were being really racist.
Yeah.
You're like, was that
Like-
a black doctor?
Is there hair on it or not? I don't know.
There's hair.
You know,
Well, how do you know? You've never seen
hold
any.
on.
I
I'm
can,
going to go
I
back to
can
my
venture
picture.
guess.
I'm going
He
back
did
to
the
my
butthole.
photo.
yeah.
I've never seen even him bend over and the crack spread a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's
I
hair.
don't want to show anybody.
Solid cheeks.
Yeah.
Don't spread.
I don't want to
He
show
tapes them
anybody.
together.
He's
like-
very
That's-
stiff. Very
I'm
stiff.
looking at mine. There is a decent smattering of hair, not a splattering,
on.
a smattering of hair, but it is very light in color.
Now,
gray or blonde.
No, like the color of your hair.
next
Like
time
it's
you're in the
like
shower
blonde.
together, drop the soap and say,
No, I
No,
I
he
guard against that. I
protects
turn.
it. He'll turn his butt to the shower
yeah,
wall.
yeah.
So
But
then that
don't
makes
look
me
at it.
think, well, what's in there?
So you've never seen him
What?
bend over and
What's
his
happened
balls
to you,
hang down?
Tom?
No, it's a regular. No, it's
no,
regular.
never. I've never seen balls hanging from the back.
Oh my God, Andrew will
What?
make fun of me,
No.
and then Maisie will laugh. She'll be, ah, and my balls are hanging down like
Not
a
from the
double
back.
man.
Does
No.
he have tight balls? Like, how do you not?
I'm not.
Well, I mean, they hang from the front. I see, but not from the back.
What are you talking about?
They hang from the front. Your balls are so big they hang from the front. I got tight balls in the front and long in the back. I got mullet balls.
I just mean he doesn't bend over with his legs spread open so that I can see anything
stiff.
from the back.
Too stiff to hang your balls.
that's his rap name. The Ying Yang Too Stiff.
Too stiff.
I'm just, modest. I'm not just going to spread my butthole to everybody.
You are showing your balls on Inside Edition, though, which
Yeah,
is
I did
a
do
bold
that.
move.
my
Did it
shorts.
fall out of your
Yeah,
shoes?
it fell out a
No.
little bit. A little bit of gum came out.
What?
Yep.
So what's your grievance? You
Yeah.
said you
Yeah.
had it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
These
So-
girls stay on topic. We should just give you guys the show, and we'll go do your jobs,
So-
which I couldn't do.
We're taking a shower,
Who?
and then me and Crystal.
I never take showers with my wife, and I want to, but I don't think she wants me in there because, again, she's like a bitch in the shower. When she's in the shower, it's like, this is my shower. This is my shower.
Let
Hey.
me have my damn time.
I
You and the
agree.
child are always needy.
Well, you use all the hot water. And then you know what she'll do?
Just
She'll
wait
take the
another.
hottest shower and then
Burn
get out
my
of it and be
skin
like,
off.
I'm going to do laundry. Watch this motherfucker.
flush the toilet.
Yeah, she will.
Well, the boys waste all the goddamn hot water, so we have to take a shower together because there's no hot water left for two
Oh
of
my
us.
god.
Okay. No.
I feel like poor
They're sitting
Sam.
there with both
I'm
of the
loving my
hot.
life. Listening
Yeah,
to you
you're
guys.
like, you're like Judge Judy sitting over here just laughing and hitting the
Yeah.
gavel.
All
Wow.
of you guys think that the hot water only is hot for one period of time during the day. We can all take hot showers. We just can't all do it at the same time.
Right.
Well, back to back, they waste the hot water. So
Well,
then
Then don't let them waste the hot water.
Yeah,
I
that's our
can't
fault because
do
we go
anything
sit on the
about it.
couch while they're in the shower. Then they put both the showers on. They're in there for 30 minutes, and we're like, "Oh God, are they still in there?"
But it's
I
nice,
wish-
right? It's nice.
It's our fault.
Yeah, I
It's
lose
nice.
track of time.
I do too.
But listen, the shower is my space too. Everybody needs something from me all day long. Like,
Yes. Work, people.
everybody needs
Yes.
something. So when I want to take a shower, I don't want
All
somebody.
my stuff is put everywhere. I can't find. So I don't know where the
It's
stuff
always
is.
in the same place.
You mean
just
in the
can't
shower, the square shower, you cannot find your stuff?
No, I'm
No,
saying
he
throughout the
just-
house.
He's saying in
Uh,
general.
So she's taking a shower. I'm
It's
like,
worse
where's
than
my
that.
phone?
He's
Where's
saying-
my earpods?
He puts the dishes away every. Okay, well, I'm gonna go
Where do you
on,
put the
sorry.
dishes?
grievance.
Under the
In the
bed?
wrong
Do you put them under the
place.
bed
A
again?
different place every time.
Every time, I'm like the Red Bull.
outside this time.
Oh, the Red Bull. The Red Bull goes here, and it's always over there, over here. So,
Daniel, if he doesn't know where it'll just sit on the counter.
Yeah,
And I'm
I-
like, then we're touching it like, just take it out and put it away.
No, I
But
take it out.
Take it
I
out,
don't know
sit on
this
the counter.
Put it on the counter. I don't know where this counter. Put it on the counter.
Anyway,
Well-
so Crystal gets out of the shower, and then I'm still taking a shower, and she turns on the goddamn mini fan, blasting
Well, you guys
me.
have a moisture problem, dude. You know that. You got to take care of the moisture.
But I'm like, I'm still in the shower. You're blasting me with cold air. The hot water is still hitting me. And then why are you obsessed with the goddamn mold in the bathroom?
Andrea runs she runs our air conditioner, American Air and Heat.
Oh.
Proud shout out, because if we didn't have that, she wouldn't be able to freeze me to death. 62, and then puts a fan on and all the sounds, and it is
But
freezing, and I'm dying. I'm literally dying. My
Daniel.
body temperature, my heart rate 46. My heart rate is 46.
46.
Oh my
You know what?
God.
46
You're
at
in a
night.
frozen lake?
I'm shit. I may
You're
not
like
be
a frog who freezes in the winter
I am.
time.
Daniel,
And I got a
where's-
grape on my frog ass, and I'm dying.
Okay, this is his routine. Sheet, fleece
Thermal.
blanket, t-shirt fleece blanket,
Yes.
and one more fleece blanket.
Yeah.
And that's what he's under, and he's shivering, and I'm like under one
Well,
blanket, and I'm so
where's
hot.
your thick blanket? You gotta have a thick.
She
coat.
won't let me have a thick blanket.
We'll just get a twin-sized one.
and then he's
have
mad that we can't snuggle. And I'm like, I'm so hot. Like, get away.
Yeah, and she wears an old nightgown. This shit looks like fucking trash shit.
So
It's trash.
let's move off this topic
I'm
and
comfortable.
go into we were at Culver's.
Wait, why are you gonna
days
bring
ago.
up Culver's? Didn't they try to kill you?
I just talked to with Culver's to Sam. They have a big Sunday sign out front. I was like, I want that. They had like a big banana split.
The only reason we go there is because like they have some sort of business relationship with the kids' elementary school where they promote and they tell the kids, and this is a fucking harsh marketing business move, by the way, by the elementary schools. They tell the kids like, "Hey, it's Culver's night ice cream. Tell your parents," because they get a kickback from
Yeah,
Culver's
from
in
Culver's.
school.
Where is the Culver's?
St. Cloud.
It's in Castleman.
Yeah. it's
Oh,
up
you
on
guys have one? Oh,
436.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
You do
yeah.
have a Culver's over there.
And so then
Near the Target,
Then the
right?
boys come home and they're like, "We want to go to Culver's because our friends are going there. The teacher said to go there." I'm like, "You motherfuckers!" And I'm like, "You're marketing to my sons
Let
and
'em
forcing
go.
me." Anyway,
They
so
just want to see their friends.
I know.
They love the ice cream.
So we go.
so thick.
Yeah, it's custard, right?
Yeah.
And it is pure chaos inside.
Do they have the balloon guy walking around?
No, they don't have a balloon guy, but there are. And this is Samantha's worst goddamn nightmare.
Yeah,
by the
and
way,
walk
like,
right out.
You,
They had
yeah,
a
you-
spinning wheel, and you
Yeah.
could get prizes.
Oh, they
yeah.
had the wheel.
Oh,
That's
that's a
what you
wheel.
want. You're going to class up our show by making us like Culver's.
There were 50 fucking kids stuffed in there, and it was
Screaming,
wild.
throwing food.
They were running around, and I'm looking at the employees, and this is my point being because everywhere.
Oh, those poor employees.
I'm like, how the fuck does this place have employees?
Right.
Every other place is like, I'm looking at the police, and kids are running. They're trying to bring trays of food, and it's like,
Why are people controlling their animals.
Oh, the
Oh,
kid.
thank
They were.
you.
I gave up. I just like run.
No, I think that's what most
Because
parents
they
do.
all were wild
When in
out
Rome.
Told me running. I tried to tell them, they don't listen. I'm like, fuck it. Everybody here is an
Then you
animal.
start doing it.
I'm just sitting back. I'm like, fuck it. No one cares. It's
well,
chaos.
you do that, and then they'll never have a Culver's night again.
No, they are.
No.
This
This
shit
is
happens
like-
every time.
Yeah, this is like our third Culver's night. Some
Yeah.
kid was in there kicking a soccer
They
ball
were,
around.
they were kicking a
Yo,
soccer
what
ball.
the fuck?
I was like, oh, that's too far. You know what I mean?
Too
Like,
far, soccer kid.
let the kids socialize, but this is a little much.
So how does Culver's retain their employees?
Well, same thing as Chick-fil-A, right? There's always a lot of employees at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, but they don't
How
have
is-
soccer matches inside.
Now, are do you think
Crazy.
are the parents tipping well?
Hell no.
You
It's
don't tip
Castleberry
at Culver's?
Yeah. No one tips
Yeah,
nothing.
don't you?
No.
Don't you sit down at
This-
Culver's?
It's me.
No,
Everybody
it's no-
there's
it's
trash.
quick
I've
serve.
never
I'm
been.
trash.
Oh, I've never been to Culver's.
It's
Oh,
quick
yeah.
serve.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like fast food.
It-
It's McDonald's,
It's
but
a step above
blue.
fast food.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's
McDonald's with cheese curds.
It's not a
Yeah.
step up above fast food. It is fast food.
It is fast food. Yeah.
No, it's. I would put it in a category one step.
It's just more expensive
above.
fast food.
Yeah,
Because-
it's like Steak and Shake fast food.
Yeah.
This is
It's
like
still
Steak and
fast
Shake.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
It's Arby's.
yeah. Something like that.
Oh,
But
I like
anyway,
Arby's.
Arby's is like Taco Bell.
I'm a big fan of
expensive, though.
both of those.
There's a
Yeah.
goddamn secret with the Culver's employees and how they're able to even get them.
And
because
they
I
were
looked at their
fine.
eye-
They were okay.
They're all friendly.
They were friendly. They were like
Interesting.
cleaning the table. I'm like, oh my god, this is a nightmare.
Maybe they get paid a lot.
They,
Maybe
well,
they get
that's
extra.
true. They get paid sick leave, 401k, paid holidays, vacation, flex time, flexible schedule. They get their food when they're working, discounts.
Free soccer balls.
So speaking of places that have a bunch of kids, I want to talk to you guys about indoor play places, right?
Not a fan.
So
We had a birthday party we had to navigate
Yeah.
recently, and Andrea was appalled.
Well, get ready because Tommy asked to have his at Planet Obstacles. so-
oh, yeah.
Oh no!
gonna be a mess.
This was steps
It's
below
gonna be
that.
a-
This was at a Monkey Joe's.
Ooh,
Oh,
Right?
Corona
that is
Joe's?
that diarrhea Joe's baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were done with it, didn't you? You had to go to that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
how-
thankfully we had to leave. a
That's
little
for like
early.
little kids, I thought.
yeah.
Like
No, but-
2 to 4.
I like it when the monkey comes
It's
out,
the-
and when he does to raise the roof, you see his tattoos. I love that. I
It's
love
the dirtiest costume.
it never makes me not laugh.
It looks like-
if I were having a bad day, and Tom said, "Hey, dude, I know you're real sad, but I got something for you." And I walked in the lobby, and he had a Monkey Joe's monkey raising the roof, and then I could just see the bad tattoos on the arms. I'd be like, you know what, man? I appreciate you loving me like that. That is a long way to go.
I see the tip of Hatchet Man. While Corona bubbles come from zoo. Anyway,
So what's Planet Obstacle?
it's an indoor play place. We just went
Oh,
to
my God.
our buddy the Wizard's son's birthday. He had some indoor play place like this.
Obstacle.
And now there's
All right,
multiple
cadets.
ones. Like trampoline places, and like it's a big warehouse filled with trampolines and fucking
ball
obstacle
pits
course
and obstacle course,
That's
zip
cool.
lines,
zip line, all
yeah.
this
Oh,
stuff.
May, I love that.
Yeah, and and this is the new rage, right? To take your kids here they have birthday parties or
Sign
whatever.
away your liability, so they.
So me and Crystal were talking about. We were like,
You gonna open one up?
no.
Add a little something more to the plate.
We were joking around about in the 80s when we grew up, even 80s, early 90s, like this shit didn't exist, right? There was a couple like
You would go to bowling alley, skating rink, McDonald's. You could have your birthday
Yeah, yeah.
at McDonald's or Burger King.
yeah,
And that was about it.
Yeah, and we laughed because it must have been in the 80s and early 90s. People were like, "You're gonna build a whole fucking warehouse
Yeah.
full like for kids?"
And
like,
then in the
kids?
2000s,
Who gave-
they
Yeah.
had like Baby
Go outside.
Gym or
Well,
was it-
people are
wasn't it-
right. There was Discovery Zone in Orlando, which
Yeah.
was very much like one of
Discovery
these.
Zone sounds familiar, but I don't
That
know
was the
what it is.
beginning of this.
That was in the 90s, yeah.
And now that was in the 90s, but that was the beginning of these things.
Right,
If
but I
you-
guess as
you
an
go-
80s kid, we didn't go to Discovery Zone.
you go back to like anywhere pre-90 and this shit didn't exist.
No.
And but I'm mad
For
that
like
it didn't.
insurance reasons,
Listen, no,
right?
80s,
No.
80s parents were not going to pay to entertain children. You
That's
just go outside.
Yeah, you didn't. It
Yeah.
was.
Well, we bought trampolines. Like my buddy Jonathan Taylor had a trampoline. We go to his trampoline, which I got hurt on. Brendan O'Brien had a trampoline, which I got hurt on. Most of my friends that had trampolines, I got hurt on.
You'd have a pool party at your
Yeah, yeah.
house. You would either go to McDonald's because the food is built in there, and they could play on the play
Yeah,
place
true.
there.
Yeah. It was.
But that was it.
You would never build a whole facility
No.
just for kids. They'd be like, kids have
Fucking kids, yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna pay. What is the entry fee? Like $20 or $22?
The beginning of it though was like those baby gyms where you take like your kid. I remember like in the 2000s I saw those. I'm like, what is that? I mean, like it's just a place you can take
Like
your kid
tumbling and shit,
to like
yeah.
learn
Like
exercise.
Granny's place. What was that?
Oh yeah. What was that place?
It closed. It was cool though for like a 1-year-old.
Yeah, it was great for
2-year-old.
like little babies.
Yeah.
You just go to the strip mall, turn your baby loose, and let it, run around on all
Well,
the toys
and
while you surf the
somebody
internet.
brought up like Chuck E. Cheese started that kind of like play game. I mean, they didn't have like where you could, play on things, but
Charles.
it started that.
Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Well, it was Showbiz Pizza.
We
Showbiz,
in
yeah.
Miami we
Showbiz.
had we didn't have the chains. We had Riverboat Playhouse.
Riverboat Playhouse.
And it was just like a
was
couple of
tinge
dirty.
racist.
Yeah, Riverboat Playhouse. Man. You know.
No, it was just pizza and pool
No,
tables and a couple of animatronic bears.
It's just
Listen,
anything with a
and
riverboat.
banjo and polka and you know.
it was banjo and polka.
Yeah.
Like
That's racist?
No,
well,
no. It's a riverboat south. I don't
Yeah,
know.
the
Bayou.
deep
All right,
south.
well. I was a kid. I didn't know. But listen,
Huckleberry Finn and Jim going down the raft on the.
my parents didn't know where I was most of the time in the 80s. So like,
Yeah.
they didn't
That's
care to entertain me. They're just
Is it
You know.
because of like kids now have less attention spans? Like you say, you would tell a kid right now, go out and play for a while, and for some reason that like they don't have the imagination to stay out all day until dark.
I also think parents don't let their kids go
No.
out. Like you can't
Maisie
just
would
go out and come
do
back
it.
hours later.
She would do it if we let her do it, but we'll never let her do it. Like I think if I told May, like, hey, you can play in the parking lot here, just stay around this area. You can use any of your skateboards and your garbage in the garage. If you have a problem, just come upstairs and get me, and just let her go. I think she would.
And also, our generation, we like seek out to entertain our kids.
Correct.
That didn't happen. It
Correct.
wasn't built
My dad
around
didn't do that.
every weekend.
Right.
Like, how am
No.
I going to
Fuck
entertain my kids?
He'd
They was like,
facilitate, like he'd buy
I'll
me
do
stuff.
it. They can come with me with the shit I want to do,
Right.
or
Right.
they could entertain themselves. What do you need to entertain
Right.
kids
It's more
for?
of a catering
Yeah,
to
yeah.
kids.
That's
now.
pretty true, man. And
But I'm mad that we didn't have that shit because it's not like new technology. It's just a warehouse full of trampolines and ball pits and
Yeah.
obstacle courses. They could have done it in the 80s and it would have been awesome. That's all.
But the
bitching about.
freedom, like I just touched on something.
You're
that-
mad that you didn't get to do it.
Yes, of course. It
jealous
was
of the
awesome.
kids.
Listen,
for
I'm
having
glad
more
we
fun.
didn't. I was climbing in trees like my whole childhood. I was climbing in trees.
Me too.
Smoking cigarettes up there.
Oh, I didn't do that.
At 11.
Oh, yeah.
My
11!
God.
Yeah.
Like a Thailand monkey up there
Jesus.
smoking
2 years
cigarettes.
from Tommy.
How many?
You're climbing
You know-
trees and smoking cigarettes.
I know. Like a Thailand monkey. That's what they do. They climb up there. Because the tourists, they got them addicted.
In
we
Miami?
we got like pieces of wood out of like somebody's shed and nailed to the trees so that we could have stairs.
Yep.
You know, and we'd sit out over on top of the road
Too
where
bad we
cars
can't
would pass
climb them
by.
because our lungs hurt.
But listen, I'd never do that if I was at some Monkey Joe's. or
Your
whatever.
adolescence is fascinating.
It is
just everything I
fascinating.
learned about. I was like, what? You
I
did
I
what?
smoked my first joint at 11.
Wow, that's badass. That's you're hardcore, man.
Listen, because my best
No
friend.
one's watching us.
No, nobody was paying attention. My best friend was 13, and then her older brother was like 16, and then their older cousin was like
Yeah.
17, and so I was just hanging out with them. And
And they're
That's
like,
how it
yeah,
happens.
An
They were-
11-year-old has no business.
let's get
hanging
this
out with
baby
17-year-old.
fucked up.
and it was
I think that's what kids think, right?
Yeah.
I was-
Blow it in his face.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
I've
not
seen the
even-
videos on early Instagram before those people, get shut down and stuff. You're like, blow it in the face.
What
They
happened
do.
to the smoking kid?
He
that
got off
smoking
cigarettes
baby?
and he lost a lot of weight.
Oh,
And now he is a Z Ansari. I made that up. That's not true.
So
Are you talking about Mini Daddy?
No, but Mini Daddy is a whole different. Mini
smoking
Daddy's.
baby. That, like he was really chubby,
Yeah, Tom became
and he
obsessed
could
with.
like.
Oh, it was like a
Yeah. He
could
Indonesia
smoke
or
ring.
something.
Yeah,
right?
it was
Yeah.
like I think it was Indonesia, and he was like a
I
little
remember
baby,
that.
and he loved smoking cigarettes.
He's probably like 25 now.
I think they got him off the cigarettes. I think he's good. I'll look it up while we're
Oh,
chatting.
poor thing.
one last thing before we talk about roller skating, because Samantha went roller skating last night. I want to talk about and she busted her ass.
Yeah, I got a giant bruise on my thigh.
So, and then we made the joke that you're going to end up on the cruise, like.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the white trash bitch with bruises all over my legs.
Yeah, from Florida.
Yeah.
Are you going on a cruise?
I am.
Oh.
There he is, update 4th grade, and he's leaned out, and he's no longer
Right.
smoking cigarettes.
He's only in 4th grade?
Yeah, well, from this article, I think they caught up with him, and I want to say maybe
Thought he was
20.
in
He's
4th
from
grade when he was
Sumatra.
doing that.
Yeah, so he's good. They got him good.
So I wanted to ask Andrea if she ever thinks about this, because it's a different dynamic that you're going to have. So I often think, and it makes me laugh in my head, but it's I mean, I can't imagine anything different happening about when Max and Tommy grow up and then they have some sort of girlfriend or significant other, how the relationship is going to be between Crystal and Max and Tommy.
Oh, it'll be horrible. I mean, nothing good enough, right? That's the old
Chris
cliche.
already says that.
The old
Yeah,
cliche is there's no one good
And,
enough for my babies. Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
And it is not even a cliche to me. I can't imagine a scenario where Crystal's like, you know what, Tommy's girlfriend or wife is awesome. I really like hanging out with Space.
Got a real good head on her shoulders. I love her.
That
You know what?
says a lot about the way that you think about me.
No, come on.
I'm going to Dandelion Tea with her for a lunch date, and we're getting our nails done.
Because Tommy's got
If
the
she wants-
personality that he's gonna have some wife or girlfriend that's gonna be telling him what to do.
Like
when-
the Beasto at the popcorn place.
Oh my God, she was so mean to her
the
husband.
popcorn beast. That's the first person I thought of. Was that who you were thinking of? Let's test our link. Because sometimes we have a really good brain link.
That man
Tommy's there selling popcorn and
Yeah, because that guy
Yeah,
was the
glasses,
nice. That
too.
was the nicest
So
man.
nice,
That
yeah.
man was so nice, and his wife was mean.
She was so mean.
Me, and in fact, there's documentation of how mean she was online, where she would yell at people who would give reviews, and she'd go online and dress them down.
well, they're not open anymore, so
They sold it off. They didn't hurt her or anything. She made money.
maybe they got divorced.
Anyway,
Popcorn
They had to split. No, I think Daniel will be the one that will
have issues with
possibly. Yeah, I'm kind of
Yeah.
like it's a guy, so don't hurt my kid. And
Yeah.
and Maisie's so tough, and she will cut a bitch. So
Yeah.
I feel like she would be like,
Yeah.
no, you can't fuck with me. Sorry.
Yeah,
Bye.
so Tommy is the opposite of that, where if he's freezing on the couch with a blanket and I do this, he'll be like, oh, here, mommy, here, take my blanket, mommy. You can have it and I'll just be cold over here.
Oh
And,
my
like,
God.
he's so sweet, but I'm like, Tommy,
He's
if
gonna
you're
get eaten
cold, you
alive
take
out
the
there.
blanket. I know.
Next thing you know, you get beat by a beasto.
popcorn.
I know Tommy's always going to be my baby, but Max, I've already started doing a little inception, where I say, if you have friends who don't like your mommy, they're not good for you.
Oh, I like that. Planting the
God.
deep-rooted psychological
Ed
damage
Gein
seeds.
shit,
I'm
bro.
like,
I thought I'm not the
Yeah.
only crazy one.
Yeah.
We just tell Maisie, you don't have to be friends with somebody, but you can't be mean.
I say, we're only going to have mommy about another year before we have to swap out. And she's like, what? And I go, that's the rules in America.
we gotta
No, she does
plant
have
the
like a
seed.
little crush at school.
Noah.
She'll come
Noah.
home and talk about Noah.
Yeah.
No, really.
Why is it that girls will have a crush and like openly admit it, and then boys, like Tommy's like, ew, girls are gross.
Got cooties,
I
yeah.
don't like girls. I'm never gonna have a girlfriend. No,
That's a stereotype in that because girls mature faster
it's
than
not
boys.
a stereotype.
Maisie's like
Well-
35, so
Yeah.
just think of that.
Yeah, she was like, oh, God, I need to do a meditation.
She did. She's been asking Alexa, like, to go to sleep. She's like, can we do a box breathing meditation? I was like,
Yeah, she's a no.
Oh, weird.
She's a weirdo.
I'll still go lay with my sons every night to have them go to sleep.
We have to lay at the foot of the bed.
Last night, Maisie knocks on the door.
she
She's
knocks. We've taught her she
This
will
is
knock on
nuts.
our door before she comes
yeah,
in.
she'll knock on the
Quite the
door. She's like,
spectrum.
I need an ice pack. My ankle hurts. And Andrea's like, you know where it is. And then she goes down and gets it. And then she goes back and Andrew's like, shut my door. Shut my door. And then,
Shut it.
yeah, and then she
Oh,
shut
man.
it. And then she walked back to the bed and we heard her door shut. And Andrew's like,
I'll tell you a story. So the other day, Crystal's out showing houses, right? And
Was
then
this
so-
the day you didn't come pick up trash?
Yes. And then
Dang.
You were supposed to pick trash up from Andrea?
no, there
He
was enough
was
people
not.
there.
He's-
The
It was
side
fine.
chicks were picking up trash, and he said on the show earlier in
never
the week, I'm
committed.
gonna bring the boys out there to go
Not
pick
fair.
up trash.
He says that.
I knew nothing about this.
I
and then
mentioned it.
You did not.
He says that about
Absolutely not.
every event. He's like, "I'll be there."
And then I
That's
saw
true.
your post, and I'm like, wait, why? Like, I had no idea about this. I wouldn't have scheduled my work day around this.
They'll
but-
get inmates to eventually do it.
Yeah.
I've seen the
TC.
movies.
Who said we had a few inmates there? I'm just saying.
Oh.
Corona.
Yeah. What the hell was I talking about?
Oh,
You're
my
on the
Yeah.
other day.
Wait,
Oh,
she
yes.
was showing houses.
I was out showing houses.
Yes. So I had to run up to the store for a second.
White Claw.
Yeah. I think I was cooking
Can I
dinner.
tell the story from my perspective?
Oh, I like it when we get the real story.
Well, because it makes more sense from my perspective.
Okay.
This is Encanto. It's the scene where the girl is telling a story that the husband keeps cutting in, and she's like, who's
I'm
telling
just a
you?
lovable like guy just dancing around in a white suit trying to make it better. Anyway.
It was a nightmare. Anyways. So I'm driving on the 417 coming back from wherever the hell I was.
Working, from
Stanford
working.
or something. And then my phone rings and it says Crystal Van calling on FaceTime. And I'm like, what? I'm so confused. So I answer it and it's Max. And in the background, our house alarm is going off.
Oh my god.
And he's like,
Wow,
"Mommy."
dude, you keep a lot of shit
Oh
from
my
us.
god.
I'm not kidding you.
God.
This is what I forget.
So he's like, Mommy, we don't know what to do. The alarm is going off. So we're calling you. And I'm like, where's your dad? And Max says, he's at the shop. And I'm like, what? Where? And he's like, he's at the shop. The alarm is going off. We don't know what to do. So I told him how to fix it or
What, you're
whatever.
like, what?
You left your kids home alone.
That's
Did
what
they
I
have to
said.
break in their own house to get
So-
inside? We're starving. Where's Daddy? He's up there getting
Right.
White Claw. He's trying to get the new flavors at Publix.
Right, I'm like,
White Claw
how's-
and surf. He
how's
has
the
to get the
alarm?
surf.
Is it going off because you were turning it on to leave or because you were turning it off when you were coming back? Like, where's your dad? I don't understand. And then they're like, bye, Mom. We're going to Gigi's house. And they hung up. So then
And
I'm
you're
like,
driving.
I'm driving. So I'm like, okay, I get my Ring doorbell open and I'm looking at the Ring. And then they're just running around the house by themselves.
Circle.
And TC's car is not there. So then I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
okay, TC's car is not there. The kids are home alone, setting off the alarm, running around outside. I see them on the swing set from the backyard camera. Like, this is all
Oh,
I see.
good thing you have a good camera setup.
Hell, I've got
Kudos
them all
to
around.
you, man.
Paranoia is a fucking Epstein
Is it?
compound.
She used it. She used it. Her kids were left
Right.
home alone.
Everywhere.
I say justified purchase.
I hear in the speak. They all have speakers, by the way. You're like, what are you doing out there,
Where the
Where
the fuck are you, you fucking deadbeat dad?
It scares the shit out of me. I'm just trying to look at my goddamn
This is
palms.
the crow speaking, you motherfucker.
I'm fucking trying to cut the goddamn brown spot off my Monstera. Overwatered it.
I have missed wife casts for so. Oh God.
So did you call him?
So I call him. He doesn't answer. I call my mom because
my
obviously she
God.
lives down the street. She doesn't answer. So I call him again. He doesn't
She
answer.
didn't answer either.
Nobody's
Oh.
answering.
No,
Chris's
honestly,
mom never answers the
because
phone.
you know I suffer from
birds
it, and
are too loud.
and you know my anxiety is stop it, and you know my anxiety is terrible. Are you kind of freaking out a little bit?
Well, no, because I knew I know he's not going to just leave the kids
Of course
at home and go
not.
to the
Of
store.
course not. And I know the listeners think that, but guys, he's not. That's not going to happen. It's going to look real bad, but trust me, there
Yeah.
is going to be some explanation.
So
here.
then it's like, okay, well,
Oh my God.
we've walked around the block and left the kids at home alone. So I'm like, maybe he just went to 7-Eleven.
Sure.
So I checked his location, which I still have, by the way. And he's at Publix. And I'm like, that's a little too far for you to go and leave the kids at home
I'll
alone.
start somewhere.
So I text
Hey,
him.
White Claw Surf, man, it's good. 4 new flavors.
I text him and I'm like, did you leave the kids at home alone? They're by themselves outside running around. The alarm was going off. I don't know if the cops are coming or not. And I'm thinking the cops are going to come because they set the alarm off.
Who is Lou?
And then
And
they're
then
going to
it's
be
gonna
like,
be 2 kids by
there's 2
themselves,
kids.
yeah.
Who left these kids here alone? And
Oh, that's
Oh, that
when
could get problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you come over, you're already a little
you're
buzzed, had to
full
get some more, and they're like, "Sir, should you be driving?"
Oh man. man.
But you have one. You started one because you're like, there's no way there's any cops going to get me. You're drinking one on the way back.
Then Tommy and Max
what
are
is this?
seeing their dad being
what is
put in
this?
the back of a squad car.
Oh, this is that new goji berry smash.
If I see the cops at my house, I already have a plan. I pull into my neighbor's house, then I run to my neighbor's backyard,
And then
start
jump
hopping
over the fence.
and then I pretend I'm gardening
When's
in
the
the
last time
backyard.
you hopped a fence?
Actually, it was like a couple years ago, wasn't it?
You bitch.
Don't talk to Sam that way.
Oh my
I'm just
God.
saying in general.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That could have been to anybody.
How does this story?
So then TC calls me back, panicked, and he's like, "Whoa, I left him with your mom." And I was like, she's nowhere to be found. I don't know. And turns out she was standing outside behind the oak tree, and I couldn't see
What,
her.
hiding? Please, I don't want to be a part of this.
Why would she let the alarm go off?
She didn't know it was going off. So when I got back, I'm like, "What the hell?" You know? And she's like, "Well, they never told me anything. I don't know." I
Because
didn't
Max is paranoid like you. He ran back home and started setting the alarm. I don't know why. I tell him,
Wait.
like, you don't need to lock the door and set the alarm. It's fine.
So wait, he was at, what happened here? I still don't know what
I don't
happened.
know.
I had to go to Publix because I had
Just
some
say White
needs
Claw,
to-
man. It's fine.
White Claw. And then their grandma lives at the end of the cul-de-sac. So I tell the boys, like, listen, go over to Gigi's house. Just run down there. I'll watch you run down, and then stay there until I come back.
Why
so,
didn't you just drop them off on your way out?
what
It's
the-
literally
yeah.
3 doors.
Yeah, it's at the. I mean,
Yeah, it's
you know,
close.
it's less than 100 yards at the end of the cul-de-sac. So then I watch them run. They go and knock on their grandma's door, and then she comes out, and then I wave. I'm like,
Bye.
and then so I get in my truck and I leave. So and somehow the boys just ran back home, and Mac's like, oh, I need to set the alarm.
Good boy. Saving his family.
But he's set the alarm off because he didn't know what he was doing, and then now the alarm's going off. Then they call you, which I can't believe they knew how to do.
I
by
was
the
really
way.
proud of them.
That was pretty damn good.
Because they don't know your number.
Now they do.
Now they do, but there were. I mean, it just happened in the
They
past couple
FaceTimed
days.
me though, and I taught them how to use FaceTime. So
That's
they
pretty awesome.
opened the FaceTime and they
Did
found
the,
my
cop,
name.
did the cops ever come, or
They
did
not
they ever
come.
call you?
They didn't come. Mm-mm.
Well, that's because you don't have your monitoring
And they never
hooked up.
called
Right.
either. They didn't call the last time our smoke alarm went off either. I think I need to get them,
Yeah,
get them
yeah.
over.
Might be
I
like
stopped
it might
paying
be
that
in the
a long
old
time ago.
key man insurance file.
So let's talk roller skating real quick. Sam went roller skating yesterday.
At Cimarron?
Did you go to?
I went to Astro Skate, which is on Goldenrod.
Oh.
It was adult night, so
Adult-
it's all
oh.
adults.
Did you get inspired because of John Bustecker, like shuffle skating on?
I've been on TikTok a lot lately, and I've been falling down a roller skating hole.
Yeah,
and
there's some
so
cool- good
I've been
people.
wanting to buy quads for a while, and so I did. And then Travis went and got blades because he's a cool guy.
Yeah,
and
blades.
he's like,
He's a
Yeah, I'm not
railer.
sure
Right, I think it's
Yeah.
the other.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it's the other way around.
He's a railer.
well, he's a blader. So I was like, well, how busy is it going to be on a Wednesday night, adult night?
Yeah.
It was slam
Slam.
packed.
You know why?
Because
Because they
people-
only open for a few hours, a few days a week, like to the public. Right?
Really?
Yeah, like roller skating rinks are not open all the time. They're only open from like 4 to 7 on a Thursday.
Well, what do they
Or
do the
some
rest
weird
of the
thing.
time?
They do school spirit nights, birthday parties,
Oh,
like
stuff
private.
like
But
that.
I also think other people like you have fallen down. You know, all those videos are really popular on Instagram Reels.
Oh yeah, people
and,
were fucking
you know, so-
TikToking there last night making videos. I was like, this is
Yeah.
insane.
It's pretty hip, man. Like,
and
people
everyone's
love
a
it.
fucking asshole, by the way, because
They're good.
It's like you have to know how to skate
Yeah.
or just don't go. Because I was getting like hockey checked out there by people.
Yeah,
Some
they-
lady's like crisscrossing and she fucking has her phone out and she's doing a video and she's like, you gotta be less stiff as she's fucking doing backflips and shit. I'm like,
Less
stiff?
I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
I,
you.
I haven't roller skated in 20 years.
Did you go with us when we went the
I did
BDN
not,
side
no.
chicks?
If you're a
Oh,
good
yeah.
skater, and I could almost throw Bustecker in this category. My dad was an excellent roller skater, or an ice skater too. He's just a great skater. When you know how to skate, for some reason, it is almost impossible for you to skate with people that don't know how to skate
Right.
and not be an asshole because
Yeah. You're zipping around, yeah.
and you're showing them the moves, and you've got it. You know, like you know, like when you watch Bustecker skate, you're like, a man that tall and that lanky should not be that fluid.
yeah.
Like
His
he's.
pants were really tight though skating too.
Well,
I
you
was
shouldn't
like,
be looking at his dick.
I'm not looking at his
Big
dick.
old bust.
I was just like, why are your pants so? You don't wear that kind of pants roller skating.
My wife is very critical of people.
What kind of music did they
he's a
play
nerd.
for adult night?
It was all over the place. They had like old dance music. They had hip hop mixed with shit. Like it was good music and it was great people watching. But I was only out there for a little bit. I told him, I'm like, I'm nervous. Like, I haven't done this in a while.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be doing circles around me. He's like, no, I'll stay with you. He did not stay with me. That motherfucker was killing it out there.
Oh,
He's killing it on Beat Saber and rollerblading.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right.
Did he wear his little old man dukes out there, or?
I think he had jeans on last night.
Might be better to wear jeans in case you fall.
Yeah.
Tell me about your fall.
Well, I didn't fall at the rink, which I was proud of
Oh.
because I didn't want to bust my ass in front of people. Then we got home. Trav's showing me basically beginner YouTube videos of like technique, and so we go out on the back patio, and because we have it's easier to skate out there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. I started getting too confident with it, and then I just fucking ate shit. So my wrist is all fucked up, and I have a giant bruise all the way on the side of my entire thigh.
I did that on the
and I had to ice
electric
it down,
skateboard.
and it's still bruised.
So I know we've said this before, but it is shocking to me in this day and age in 2022 when everybody's about safety that they let these kids in,
Yeah.
with no helmets.
And adults.
You think
There was
that-
no pads, no helmets. Everybody's just...
You would think that one nerd would be wearing a helmet, right?
Right.
they're
One, at least one.
Yeah, like,
Well, all you have to do is fall backwards. That's it.
Right?
I mean,
know.
we as kids in the 80s, 90s when we went skating, we didn't wear helmets.
no,
Yeah.
no,
No, and
but,
nobody does now. That's the thing.
I hit my
but-
head at the skating rink, though.
So-
I know I fell backwards and hit my head.
So-
I remember having an ice pack on my head.
So let's go back to that. Like I saw the transition of skiing, where people no one wore helmets when I started skiing in 2007. So in before, fuck that, no one wore nothing. And then I saw now everybody wears
Do you
helmets.
have to?
You don't have to.
No. Oh,
But-
okay.
But it did go
But-
from no, that wasn't a thing. Like helmets on skis weren't a thing, and then it's like you'd see a guy
Really?
wearing a helmet, and you're like, that guy's wearing a helmet.
What a
What a
nerd.
nerd!
Right,
Freaking
right.
dork! Oh my god! And then it's like half, and then it took over, and now if you see a person without a helmet on
Yeah.
the slopes, you're kind of like, ooh, that guy's
Yeah, that guy's
whew.
racist for sure. Well, chances are. But yeah. So
But in the skating rink, why hasn't that?
it's crazy that there's not
happened?
one person wearing a helmet.
Do they feel like you're not going fast
Probably.
enough?
Yeah, but
you still could fall. Yeah.
when you
can-
when your feet
Right.
fling out from under you,
Yeah.
you can land on your back and then literally ricochet
Rocket,
your head
yeah.
off the hardwood
I've done
floor.
it, yeah.
I saw kids ricochet
it
their
wood?
heads off.
It's wood?
Yeah, it's a hard
hard
ass
ass
wood.
wood.
Not the one in DeLand. The one in DeLand is
it's concrete.
concrete.
Yeah.
Painted concrete.
Yeah, and
So-
I fell on it so many times.
Not that I care, but it's weird that in this day and
Yeah.
age, not one you would think that one person would be like, well, fuck what anybody thinks. I'm wearing a helmet,
Right.
Like, and no one would blame
Well,
them.
does everybody
nothing.
think oh, it's just roller skating?
Also, I didn't
Yeah, but people
and-
don't even get on their bicycle from
No.
short ride without a helmet.
Have
Like,
there been
adults?
any head injuries documented at a roller skating rink?
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, they're not documented.
Yeah, it's a roller skating rink. I mean, when your sign for hot dogs is a paper plate, you got no documentation.
Is Sonny Bono and Liam's wife, whatever her name
Yeah.
was, Catherine? Anyway, Liam Neeson's wife.
Right.
Were they the catalyst maybe for people to start wearing helmets on the slopes?
I could
And
see
then there
that.
Maybe not
hasn't-
until an incident.
High
like,
profile death.
Right, and there
yeah.
hasn't been that at a roller rink. You know?
According to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, injuries from roller skating are not uncommon, but death is extremely rare. In 1999, a 66-year-old Pennsylvania man fell and hit his head, and he passed
Oh,
away.
man.
But
Like they tell you not to hold your kids, but they do it anyway. So people their dads. I'm
gonna fall on you.
It's crazy that it doesn't happen anyway.
Normally, it's
an
a very,
average of 40 people die every year from skateboarding.
Well, that's
see,
less than I thought.
skateboarders
Yeah.
wear helmets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some, yeah.
you have to.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays, and
Some
it's-
parks require it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
why not at the roller rink? It's so weird.
It is
weird.
weird that you would go to a skate park, and I've been to many, and not good, but they'll make you sign the waiver and that you got a helmet. No, well, you can pick out one here, but you ain't getting
Yeah.
in there if you ain't got a helmet.
Again,
That's just not happening.
There's a lot of overly cautious people too. You'd think you just see one overly cautious person with a helmet.
See, I don't think it seems overly cautious. It seems like you're on something unstable. Helmet makes sort of sense. Motorcycle, skateboard, roller skate. Yeah.
Just in case.
Helmet. Fine.
Like,
You know what I
Literally
mean?
everybody's.
I don't.
Nothing.
I wanted to bring a fucking helmet. Let me tell you.
Now,
But
when
I
you go
was
with
scared.
the kids,
I like that.
do the kids?
Nobody.
No,
No.
I'm not
and-
gonna put my kids in the helmet. I'll be
Listen.
the only nerds in the helmet. They'll-
It's got to be of cost too. I mean,
They're all gonna laugh at you.
owning all the rental skates and owning all the rental helmets has got to be a pain in the dick too.
Yeah.
It's expensive to have all that.
I'm
you
gonna
know?
bring your own helmet.
Yeah. It's because all these kids. I guarantee you, every kid in that place they make their parents make them wear a helmet when they ride a bike. You know what I'm saying? They all
Right.
have.
Well, that's the law.
Yeah.
They all have helmets. Is it a law?
What supposedly?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
The other thing
I didn't
that's-
know that either.
The other thing that's weird too about like with the helmet deal is that like
I'm glad your kids don't ride bikes.
Are they supposed to be wearing life jackets on the boat too?
supposedly.
Nah, it's Florida.
Under Florida law, a bicycle rider or passenger must wear a helmet only if they are under 16 years of age.
Oh my God, does that mean Tennessee, the baby should be wearing a helmet?
No,
right
Don't
on
talk
time.
about it. Don't talk about it. I'm surprised too that your hubby was allowed
months
to
old.
ride. Some places don't let blades. Some
Right,
some
yeah.
places are blade friendly.
Well,
There was
and
a lot of people
some-
on blades last night.
And some places won't let you if you wear them. If you wear your skates outside,
Yeah,
then
you
Yes.
can't wear 'em in-
That's what Tracy was telling me. Like Cimarron checks your wheels to
Yeah.
make sure, but they
Yeah.
anything goes at Astro. Let
Yeah.
me tell you.
Anything good.
Anything
Well,
goes.
at the festival, anything went too.
Got dirty ass wheels.
Listen, at a kid's elementary school skate night,
we have one
is
coming up.
the
We have never done it.
most chaotic thing I've
Oh,
ever
Yeah, we've never
experienced.
done it.
Every
Yeah, fun
single
coming up.
person is falling. The parents are all skating. They're all falling down. Like TC said, they're carrying the kids. They're falling down with the kids.
You should
like,
bring your one wheel.
it's a
He
night.
went- well, I was gonna go
Did
into
you
that.
skate?
No, because
No.
I did what I imagine my dad would do, although he'd never even go. But if he did go, he would sit grumpily on a chair,
The picnic tables,
or
yeah.
or any sort
well,
of bench.
you tried to sit grumpily, but you sat happily.
My dad wouldn't go.
And yeah,
Hell
yeah,
no.
My
different
dad would be
generation.
like,
but
fuck this and fuck Mexican restaurant. That's my dad.
but I go.
"Fuck it
into-
all."
but Crystal did skate one time with the boys, and she
You liked it, didn't you?
literally feet out from under her,
Oh.
landed straight on her
Tailbone?
spine
Oh,
and
yeah.
fucked her jaw up. Still fucked up.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have not recovered from that fall.
Yeah. And but I'm jealous of the dads that can put on the skates and go out there because I see them and they're out there.
Yeah.
They're doing the like one skate. The what is
Yeah.
it called?
Shooting
The can opener.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing it all.
And then
Shooting
they
the whirl.
race like but the
They
dads
do the
get-
limbo.
Yeah, and they get out there and race, and then they do the whole thing, and they're dancing to Old Town Road, and they're going around, and the Tiny Dukes, and I'm like, look at this dad, it looks like he's having fun. It's
Yeah, but
crazy.
Dude,
That's
there
the
were
thing.
so many old dads out there last night killing it.
Yeah.
And how could they have so much fun?
TC, you don't have fun.
No, he doesn't.
No, he
he doesn't.
doesn't.
He
No!
doesn't experience joy.
No.
He did one time when I lit up those wacky inflatable flailing arm tube men. His eyes lit up and it was just a blink. He's like, ah!
And then it was gone.
Yeah.
Back down.
He doesn't know how to have fun. And so it.
But who knows how to have fun?
But did your kids
all
have
those
fun?
dads.
Yes, but that's
So
what I'm
you
there
didn't
for.
But you didn't. You
yes.
didn't have fun.
Yes,
With your kids.
I
having fun?
I love when
So
I
put
watch.
on the skates.
But
I love
but
when I watch children's having fun.
that's why I go because I like watching them have fun. But these dads their kids are there too, and they're having fun. That's what I'm jealous of. These dads are dancing around
Well, why
with
don't you
quads
try
on.
it?
Get out there and dance.
All right,
That's
guys.
embarrassing to me.
This is the intervention we need.
See, that's what I'm saying. You care too much about what other people think. That's why you can't have fun.
I never
Is it
thought you
that you-
cared about what
Do
people
you
think.
care
I
what people
don't.
He
think about
always
you?
says he doesn't, and everything that he says is the exact opposite. You're
Okay.
like, everyone's gonna laugh at me, everyone's gonna stare at me, people are gonna make fun of me. You
No.
care what people think
I'm
about
going to
you.
add to this. He would not wear water shoes at Blizzard Beach
Because he thinks it
because
looks nerdy.
It's nerdy.
Yeah, right. He won't wear Crocs.
Well, you didn't
because
do
he
it
thinks
either.
it's
I know because
nerdy.
I'm not a fucking dork. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, hold on a
We just
second.
burn our
Daniel
feet.
made fun of my water shoes on the camping trip, but I still wore them and they worked.
Yeah, because you don't care.
Right.
You just live your life, whatever.
Yeah,
makes
but she
you,
wore
good.
hers. You probably wanted to wear them and saw the logic in like not messing your feet up. But the
Too
idea
cool for
of
'em,
me
yeah.
calling you a dork.
But at Blizzard Beach, will never see those people ever again.
Right.
It's more about the principle of like I grew up in where my dad, my pop were like be
You-
tough.
you
What do you
spend
think?
a lot of
Yeah, but you're not
Walk
tough.
But
So
you
let's
gotta
stop
be proud of
pretending.
them.
You know, it's
They
odd.
tell
and
me I have to be.
I've never thought about
They're
it.
dead.
I have to be.
He doesn't believe in God or ghosts or any of that, but you spend a lot of time not wearing and doing things that you think the ghost of your dad and pop-up would not
Right.
like. Right? I just figured this out. You
I have to
say
be
all
tough.
the time, if my dad could see this now, he would literally be vomiting in a trash can. If my grandpa could see this, he'd blow his own head off. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. You don't believe in any of that stuff.
I didn't know, but I grew up with just the principle of always be as tough as possible,
Listen,
no matter what.
Okay.
Never show
if
your
you
weakness.
have an inability to have fun and you don't know how to have fun and experience joy, it is from unresolved childhood trauma.
Oh God. this shit again.
I've been trying to tell him.
Listen,
Also, you do wear that nerdy ass sun hat, so
yeah.
you can wear the water shoes.
which
Yeah.
one? Which one? The
That-
Nietzsche? The Nietzsche?
The one with the straps.
Yeah,
Like
the one
explorers
floppy
wear
hat?
that hat.
Explorers.
Because they're real
His
tough.
helmet.
That's when he's out exploring Nietzsche.
It's like the hat that any granddad that's out there. He's like, just got done with my skin cancer. I'm back out in the sun for the first time in about a couple of months.
All
You
right,
did buy it at the yacht club.
How much was
It's a
it?
yacht club hat.
Oh,
I
what's
don't
it say on it?
Yacht club.
Hey, all right.
So show other people I'm rich. Anyway,
But so
I think my brother bought
Tom's stepdad, Steve, was a gymnast and also, from what he said, a real man. He had fun but kept his grit. Tom can have it both ways.
no, he never had fun.
No, he did not.
Yeah, because
He's
you
the
got
most-
everything he liked. He'd be like, I'm going to do some gymnastics here. You're like, yay! And he'd stop. He'd be like, I love this bird. This is my
No.
favorite bird. You'd
What's-
release it into the sky.
what do you think your boys would have said had you went skating? Like, would that have like put them over the top glee?
They would have FaceTime Chris and said, Dad's skating,
No,
help!
see, that's what's great about my sons is they don't really care about anything.
Oh, but they do say, Dad doesn't ever laugh with us.
Don't tell people that. No, but they're liars.
God.
I laugh all the time.
At the end of the show, we get that, man, you're good.
And now he's calling his son liars.
I laugh with them. I play with them every day.
You're trying
Every
to get me
day.
to fucking
You
cry,
play
man?
with them and you go, ah!
You're the
ah!"
monster, yeah.
But you don't like laugh at their jokes.
like real.
Well, the jokes
laugh-
aren't funny at all. They tell Max reads a joke book to me,
I think
and
they-
I'm like, none of this is funny.
I think they have
I
said
pretend
before
a
that
little-
you don't have fun.
No, because they don't like. They
Now he's gonna kill himself to try to have fun.
I'll make you
and-
feel
I,
better.
I laugh when Tommy says something legitimately
I'll make
funny.
you feel better.
What?
Maisie walks in.
Why is Daddy soaking his butt?
Does that make you feel better?
Little
bit? Little bit?
But-
At least you don't have that. She was laughing because I was in 5 inches of water. She had walked in and I had the door shut. She doesn't care that the door shut. She just walks in and then laughed because my dick and balls were floating in 5 inches
Why
of
only
water.
5 inches? Just fill it up all the way and enjoy
I don't want to take a
yourself.
huge bath. I just want
He
to
just
soak
wanted to soak
the
his
area needed and get the fuck out.
hemorrhoid.
You know, if you soak the whole body, though, it might help move the blood everywhere.
You're not
and,
wrong. You're
you
not
know,
wrong.
Relax you a little bit.
You're not wrong.
I
I had to deflect
So
off
we've
of
learned that
All
you
right,
need
guys.
to laugh with your boys.
I do. No, they
Therapy.
because
Be a little more conscious.
Therapy.
no,
That's
no.
what you need.
We've got a good therapist.
Yeah,
it's-
you
Yeah, you got to do the work to get better.
No, it's fine. No, I went to a therapist and I
And then
told
you
her.
told her.
I went
How
to
did
a
you-
shrink to analyze my dreams. They said it's like a sex that's getting way down.
I told her, she's like, "You're fine." I'm like, "I told you." I tell the lady,
I went to a whore. She said my wife's a bore.
"It's fine.
Should we do
Everything's
a
fine."
follow-up wife cast after our separate vacations
Not a bad idea.
so we can
Not a bad idea.
reconvene and
Compare
talk
and
about-
contrast your spring breaks.
This one was hard for me. There's a lot of bombs dropped in this one. It's heavy. I'm exhausted.
fine.
it's
I'm
all in the
embarrassed.
name of fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Your kids don't laugh at you. I'm a fucking mess.
How's selling houses? How's that going?
Wow. I haven't asked you in a while. How's the job? How's Bart Merrick? How's he doing? You still talking to him?
I haven't talked to you in a while. What do you,
You know.
yeah, things are picking up a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
So I will say, if you use Barton Crystal, you'll have the best chance of buying a house
It's tough
in
out
this
there.
market.
Yeah.
And if you use an inexperienced realtor, you damn near have zero chance.
Yeah. You need somebody that's actually navigated the space during,
Yeah.
you know, not only the high price. I know that we're kind of coming out of COVID. At least that's what everybody's telling me. Sometimes you get heat when you even say that.
You know,
But,
it does feel like it's over.
It does
doesn't
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like
It'll
I know.
come back though.
I
Well,
just got a news alert. There's a new variant.
Okay. Well, here we go.
Hey.
Oh, don't look at that news. What news are you looking
Yeah,
at?
my
I got
God.
a news alert that said,
Yeah, mine says we're open, baby. And it has a picture of Ron DeSantis. He's wearing a goofy hat, the one that comes out with the ears,
long one.
long ears.
Miller Lite. Anyway,
Call us.
yeah.
Do you have any
Deltacron.
questions? Deltacron.
No,
they can't just combine it.
Yeah,
You
what
can,
the hell?
Don't look at that.
Yeah, don't.
That's the one that got Bob Saget.
No.
Sorry,
I'm
he
gonna-
said it.
I'm gonna steal
Roller
the-
skating got Bob Saget.
Somebody said that in the chat room. You stealing jokes?
Oh,
My gosh, he's shock jogging over here. He's roller skating in his hotel room.
Yeah, hey, listen, I have nothing to do with it.
It's my bitch of a wife.
Oh, damn.
I apologize to the Saget family.
Hey, I'm never looking at your butthole again then.
Oh,
Do it yourself.
don't
Damn,
threaten me
she's
with
cutting off the butthole
Don't
looks.
threaten me with a good time.
Do it yourself.
So
I can't. My arms are too short because I'm half of a man.
We didn't get to any of the questions. And
No, yeah, the
Let's
question.
do a
Wait,
couple.
rapid
Are
fire.
all of our guests here or just one?
Yeah, just us. I forgot to text him that we were starting a little late. But
Oh,
totally sorry.
Jesus.
Sorry.
I bet the
got all
guy that
kinds of
came
guests.
at 10, you didn't tell him 1 o'clock.
No,
No,
Sam did.
I went
Sam's
back
in
and double
charge
checked
now.
that email. He
Yeah.
fucked up.
Okay, let's rocket fire.
Rocket fire some questions.
Yeah.
Will let's see. What do the wives think of all the VR?
It's actually
Andrea's
fun.
fucking addicted to it. Like Andrea goes in there, I can't get her out of there. I'm drumming. Yeah.
It's actually fun. I thought I would feel sick, but I don't. And
And I showed
I
you
enjoy
Riley
it every
Reid.
now and then.
I showed you Riley every now and then. She'll get in there for hours, and I showed her Riley Reid, and it squirt right in her face.
sometimes I don't stand up. I just sit down, crisscross applesauce, and do it.
It's a lazy ass.
Tired.
I've never looked at it. I've never seen it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. See, my wife doesn't like fun either.
I like real fun. I don't
You
like.
know, I have a VR here.
That's not fun for me.
I didn't think it was going to be
I
fun,
want to
but there
go
were some
out
fun.
into the world, into the sunlight. You know, I don't want to look at that.
It's digital sunlight.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Digital
It's not
sunlight's pretty
gonna
good.
Yeah.
Good on my skin, and I won't feel the breeze. No, I don't want to do that.
All right.
All right,
It
next
says,
question.
I know Crystal doesn't listen, but do jokes made on the show ever bleed over into the marriage?
Oh yeah.
I think probably the marriage bleeds over into the show more than the other way around.
Yeah, probably.
Right?
I
Yeah.
did watch the video that you guys that Melissa posted yesterday, and Cackle laughed at you not being able to run a computer.
No,
But he
yeah,
can.
yeah.
That was a lot of that. He plays it up.
No, I have no idea. I mean, Daniel's. I never bothered to look at what he's doing over there, or like how it
So
run
no
the
checks
program.
and balances.
Andrea,
No,
Andrea,
no.
His email. So he got the laptop. You gave him an old laptop, right? The email that he has on the computer here at work is not set up on the computer at home because he can't figure out how to get it on there.
You just add
It's
the
just
account and the
Gmail.
password.
It's just Gmail,
Yeah,
guys.
the
you
password.
click the Gmail
Can't
button.
figure it out.
You click the Gmail button for Apple Mail, and it says put your credentials here, and
He
then you
doesn't-
hit enter, and it loads everything into your
He
mail.
doesn't know
Don't
it.
know the password.
I feel like you
Oh.
hit your technology peak right when you then left the morning show.
Cozy
and
Calendar. No, when he left Cozy Calendar,
Yeah.
his world
Oh, yeah.
fell to shit.
It really did.
We had a calendar we used called Cozy Calendar, and he loved it. It was his favorite
And
piece
he
of
was
software.
so mad.
That
we were
was like
switching.
honestly a
He yelled
really-
in here.
That was a bad,
didn't.
an entire month bad for our marriage
He
because
yelled.
of that change.
Crystal Van, he raised his
damn.
voice in here. I've never heard this man raise his
No,
voice.
I
He's a
haven't.
gentle giant. He's goddamn Google, goddamn. No, you were saying it right here because you were yelling with Sam. You weren't yelling at anybody. You were just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's an impossibility.
He says that to me all the time about like his phone or
Yeah, he's like, get me done.
any technology. So I'll be driving the
Impossible.
car and I'm like, can you order us food so it's there when we get home? And he pulls up the phone and he just like stares at it for a while and finally I just take it and I do it while I'm driving.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's
I asked
my
on the back
God.
from
More
the
like that we are
Yeah,
different.
there-
from the
It's like-
camping trip. I said, "Can you order us like Domino's so it's there when we get home?" It was a hot mess. He's like, "I can't get into it."
Yeah.
I love you, buddy.
We're in business.
Yeah,
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 I'll
yeah.
follow you to hell.
Yep, follow you to hell.
What are the wives' divorce fantasies?
I don't have a divorce fantasy.
Yeah, you got no exit plan.
Which
It'll
one?
it won't be a divorce. It'll be Daniel.
Andrea doesn't have any. Crystal said which one?
It'll be Daniel dying.
Oh my
Oh shit!
We won't get
Is
divorced.
this the show you wanted, you motherfuckers? Is this what you look how happy he is. He's like, we haven't done a wifecast in a while. I bet they'll love it. I am so tired right now.
We got a whole day.
And
of shows
I
to do.
kid you not, that grape is throbbing right now. I can feel
gotta
that
soak
shit.
that
I'm
thing.
sitting on it right now. It hurts.
Oh, Crystal tells me all the time. She's like, I'm taking the kids and I'm going to tell them about what you did.
Oh my god! What'd you do?
Nothing. I didn't do nothing.
no, it's the
and I'm like, I'm
hypothetical.
just washing the dishes.
He washed the dishes.
And then I'm like, I'm keeping the house.
washed them,
You
Mom.
go to somewhere else. So I'll be in the apartment, sad apartment. I've already looked at it over here near Baldwin so I can get to work on
I'm
a
not going
bike.
to talk about the family issue we were talking about last night. I won't say what we were talking about, but I did hear this from my wife. This is always comforting when your wife says, well, I'm hearing everything you're saying, but
you do realize that everything coming out of your mouth is typically the type of articulation from a certified crazy person.
Calmly, she said that.
Do
Yeah.
I need to be worried about
That's why I
you?
said that. Do I need to be worried about you?
And I'm like, no,
Harming
ma'am. No, ma'am. And I just pull the blankets, all nine
God
of them.
damn.
Right over
What's
my
going
head.
on at y'all's houses?
I just lay there like,
So ours
Next-
is
please die,
divorce.
please die.
Next question.
What are your dream celebrity interviews?
Like
That's
us?
for the wives?
That's on the thread. Yeah.
I have
What-
zero.
Maybe they misunderstood the question.
I have zero desire to interview
Okay.
anybody ever.
What if we interviewed someone you were excited about? Who would it be?
Yeah.
David Beckham, Victoria Beckham.
No, okay.
All
Is he?
right.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Brad
Oh
Pitt.
my God, you guys are officially old.
Listen,
Oh, what? Who
David Beckham
Yeah,
and
great
Brad
job. Who are you guys
Who's
going to
that
interview?
guy? The
I'm
virgin.
just that shallow.
Virgin. That started.
Richard
Branson.
Branson?
Bronson.
Richard Bronson.
I was gonna say Tim Tebow
Tiff.
because she said virgin. I thought she saw Tim Tebow.
He's not a virgin anymore. He's married, right?
Yeah.
I don't. Is he?
Yeah.
What about the guy from who do you like? The
Hootie.
Hootie and the
Hootie
Blowfish.
the Blowfish.
that
dear.
band that you liked back in the 90s?
Oh,
Brandon
whatever. Hey,
Boyd.
I bet,
I know it.
I bet you
Brandon
like.
Incubus.
I bet you like
Incubus.
Kane Brown.
I don't know who that is.
You're not a country. Kane Brown. He's a country guy.
I don't know who that
Oh,
is.
look him up.
Yeah.
I bet you like Kane
I
Brown.
like Brooks and Dunn country. I don't like Kane Brown country. You know what I mean?
Okay, Kane
90s
Brown is a
country,
little
yeah.
more of a hip hop
That's a-
backing track. Okay,
Yeah.
I see what you're
She
saying.
likes
I
the
like-
MILF country, not the new
yeah,
age.
yeah.
What's
She likes the
MILF?
one Red Dirt Road.
Yeah.
Did you like that? I shaved my legs for this. Did you like that?
I think I did like that when I was 14?
What?
Deanna. What was her name?
Deanna
Somebody.
Faulkner?
Not Faulkner.
All right, next
God.
question.
Camp
Jesus.
Carter?
How do
Yes.
they feel feel about John Hamm and gray sweatpants?
I don't know who that is either.
You don't know who John Hamm is?
No.
John
The
Hamm,
actor, John Hamm?
actor.
From Mad Men?
Did he like wear gray sweatpants recently?
How have you never seen the John Hamm and gray sweatpants
I've seen-
pictures?
Hold on, I'm
Okay, I've seen a John Hamm
There's-
commercial.
Oh my God, my
Collages
butthole
of
picture
them.
was still up. It scared the shit out of me.
John Hamm is mad that maybe Netflix didn't have him in any of his
No,
movies.
Apple.
Okay, I've seen that. I don't know anything about sweatpants.
Hold on, I want to see this sweatpant picture.
And last question is, are either of you going to get new dogs at some point?
Nude?
New
No.
dogs.
No.
This
That's
is
We here's the thing.
Justin Thoreau in sweatpants.
Sorry, I'm all looking at the sweatpants now. I typed in
Yeah,
sweet
we're
pants.
definitely getting a new
We
dog.
will probably. Today
Yeah.
is Caesar's 16th birthday.
Yeah, today's his
happy
birthday.
birthday.
Caesar.
He's 16. 12 plops to you, buddy.
I like how this shows that two moms look at their phones.
No, I
my
want to
God.
see gray
Yeah, look at that thing.
sweatpants.
Look
Is
at that
this-
ham.
I've never seen
Oh, that's
this
not him.
person
That's
before.
not him.
This is Justin Thoreau. Is that who you're looking
Oh,
at?
that's who I'm looking at. He's got something weird going
Hold on, we want to see John
Anyway.
Hamm real quick.
The dog thing. TC and I have agreed we are not getting another dog.
Well, it was up until I said we can get a dog, but it's got to be full bred, nice, expensive Labradoodle or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know that you can't get from the pound. And then once I admitted that I'll get a dog if it's a full bred, nice one, then the conversation's over now.
Yeah,
because
but
you'll
that's
never
your. I
get it.
feel like that's a wonderful technique you're using. Yeah, we're definitely getting another dog.
It doesn't
Just-
do anything. For
I
me, the
like
John Hamm.
having dogs, and I think you do too.
Yeah, but can we just get one?
Yeah, we're not getting two.
But a big one,
I want to get a big one.
a big Rottweiler.
I want I want one like your brother has, like Rhett has.
Right, my brother has a new little like doodle, a burn
It's not little
doodle.
at all.
I mean, no, it's big, but it's still a puppy. And man, it ran with Maisie,
Oh,
and
she
that dog
loved
ran
it.
so much.
And it
And
was a
it's-
good kind of like a thing, you know, like he's a cool dog. He's like super smart, like a water dog. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
fell in love with him. But right now I've got my pee-pee dogs that shit and piss everywhere. This week,
I feel like when you guys talk about that, I feel like how Sam feels when we talk about our kids.
yeah.
Like, they I don't have one of those.
yeah, oh
You know
no,
what I'm saying?
it's bad. It can be bad.
Did you tell the story about what happened with
I
Maggie?
did the TC about you can
So Maggie, she's like my golden child. She never has any belly issues, never really throws
She's
up,
just a
never
little
has
barky.
poop issues. But she had an upset stomach, and she woke me up twice during the night. I don't know, Monday night, Tuesday night.
But
Okay,
I
she
got
handled her
up-
business, so we put her back in bed, and then Daniel gets up at like
Well, I got up to
5.
check my grape, so I got up on grape duty, and I'm walking to the bathroom,
And
I'm-
remember, the light comes on
Yeah.
under the bed, so it lights up everything.
yeah, just the floor, and I'm like, I'm in the bathroom, like,
And he walks back out
and then
and
I
he goes, Andrea, there's poop on the floor. And I was like, what?
No, but there
Caesar
wasn't
doesn't even
just poop
sleep
on the
in
floor.
our-
Maggie
No.
had left just a tiny little nugget, but the way she had left it was directly in the way that the door opened. So what had happened was when my wife was coming back with Maggie, it may have just fallen off of her as she was getting back into bed.
Right, like it was tangled in her hair.
Yeah, like the turd landed on the ground, and then when Andrea shut the door, it took the turd from the circumference
So
like,
we had
like
a rainbow.
compass, like
Was
a
it the
compass.
carpet?
Yes,
Oh,
a
like
rainbow.
a compass, and it just went like a perfect compass. I was like, oh, there you go, a half moon, very nice. That's
So
beautiful.
I'm up at like 5:15. Again, I'm a
I'm
a
up too.
sleep
I'm
bitch.
dumping water. She's got a tooth
I'm a
laundry.
sleep bitch, and I'm so mad that nobody in my house lets me sleep from the dogs to my husband, and I'm scrubbing poop off the carpet
Yeah.
at 5:15.
Is this
And
the
I'm-
same night that you were checking a grape?
No, next night.
The only one
So-
that lets you sleep is your daughter, who's leaving you alone.
Right. Who I will wake up in the morning and she's like, Mommy, I made my bed, I cleaned my room, and I folded my clothes.
Yeah, she's.
And I'm like,
How did you get this person in your
I-
house?
no,
I
Well,
need
idea.
it's
to-
just like her.
They made
It's-
it.
It's
They
just,
made her.
It's just her. It's annoying too because she bullies me.
We made two of me.
They,
Oh, God.
they leave. They take their clothes off while they're walking.
That's awesome.
So they do take their shoes off by the door and put them on the little shoe
Nice.
cabinet. But then they take one sock off, and then a couple feet later another
I
sock,
love
and
it.
then the jacket. It's like on the way to the room
I
is
love
a
it.
trail of clothing.
And then they shit in the toilet and leave it.
Yeah. And by the way, since we're airing grievances, why do the toilets in our house look like all three of you have diarrhea all the time?
That's what the studio looks like too.
It's like a splatter.
Don't
all
tell
the
me
time.
that.
How often does he piss on your floor?
Wait a minute, that takes some heat off of me here, because that toilet in there, I swear to God, when you flip it up, it's a Dalmatian underneath there, where that shit's been bouncing.
in the kids' bathroom too. It looks like that, and I'm like, who's doing this?
Oh, thank you. You reminded
drink-
my wife to bring me my
his
Metamucil.
fiber bills.
All right, we're at
nice,
it.
nice
What do you guys
He did
want
a-
to
he did a lot of bad here.
Tom just looked around. He said, all right, what do you guys want to talk about?
No, we're done. All right, let's take a quick break. Oh, what?
We're going to do this again after her.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Please
right.
don't kill yourself, because I don't know if we have a.
Okay, no, we're gonna get the policy.
Wait a minute, who are you
taken care
talking
of.
to? You told me that last night. You said, please don't.
It's fine.
She's like, please don't kill yourself. If it's suicide, I don't get the policy.
I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good as fuck.
Oh my god!
Good
Please,
as
please cut that out. Please cut that out. That was so embarrassing.
That was I'm good as that.
Wearing water shoes is embarrassing.
He said,
What?
I'll
I'm telling you.
I'm good as that.
All right, we'll be back. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. So there's a ton of stuff going on in Sanford coming up. We talk about it all the time.
We do. It's a really fun little jaunt from Orlando, and a great little city with a lot to offer.
Yep, and one of the Sanford 3 is here. Dustin, what's going on, Dustin?
What's up, buddy?
Good to see you, man. How you
Good to
been?
see you guys.
What's new in the city of Sanford, Florida?
So many things.
Well, let's
So
talk
many
about the
events.
golf.
My
Okay,
God.
I want
Let's
to talk
just go
about the
down the
golf
list.
event because the when I saw this, I was like, "This is a brilliant idea, and it looks fun as hell." Are there spots left, by the way?
It is so it's free to go to. It's Mini Masters, Sanford Mini Masters.
Okay.
And I just got all the bars are signed up now that are going to be doing bars, restaurants, a couple storefronts, and so there's 18 participating businesses that all build their own little putt-putt hole. And they get real creative with it. I mean, last year we built one with a waterfall that you walked under and everything.
A waterfall.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
built,
Amazing.
built a waterfall.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so you just go around and play all 18 holes from noon to 5 in your own order, or however you want. It's like a little putt-putt bar crawl, and then
Yeah.
you come back, and we have trophies, best dress prizes, the green Masters jackets if you win.
Chat room is melting with people saying that this is great for, because it is free to go
Yeah,
and,
totally
and,
free. Just
and watch. It's very much like a live Holy Moly. I know my daughter loves Holy Moly. Boner alert. And I'm the chat room's
Yes.
just saying great for families, great for kids. Really good event.
And so the actual holes themselves, like you go and get the actual putt-putt golf, like grass, and do the whole thing. I mean, it's,
people go all out for some of these things. Like I say, like we built a waterfall on one of ours. Sanford Brewing Company always builds their hole like in the back brewery, so you play all the way through the brewery, and it's badass. And like they'll build tunnels and like little ramps and everything.
Yeah, it's cool that you I know the one you're talking about. I had seen some pictures from before, and yeah,
It's
you get to
awesome.
play through the actual
Yeah.
area they make beer. Like they try to make it weird, like Sanford is a little weird in a good way,
Well, and every
like,
place out there has its own little theme.
Correct.
So it's easy for them, like throwbacks. They have the skee ball, so they convert their skee ball into a putt-putt hole.
I love it.
And, different stuff. At West End, once we built a beer pong table, that was the putt-putt hole. Yeah. So
Cool,
you always
man.
theme it out a little bit.
I love
what
it.
your bar is doing.
And then everybody just basically drinks and plays through. Now, like the teams are set though. Like you could just watch, and I'm sure you could play.
Yeah, and you just show up.
Okay.
Yeah, you show up at noon, go up to Celery and grab your card, and then there's a little map on it, tells you where to walk. You can walk every single hole. I would recommend getting there around noon because it does take longer than you expect because you do tend to stay and have a drink or snack at a couple places and things like that. So it's a good 3 hour, 4 hour day of fun.
Sure.
And you bring your own putter and
Yeah,
go
bring
ball.
your own. And they have putters and balls there. If you want to bring your own putter, that's fine. But every hole provides a putter and ball too.
See, I love this kind of stuff that Sanford does because
it's a
it's
lot
so
of work.
unique.
Sanford stands for our events. We do a lot of work for you.
You're building a waterfall.
It really is. I love it. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not trying to discourage it all, but we do a lot of that, right? Like I think that's why we gravitate to these guys is because, like, in order to do and pull off this type of event, you need a myriad of businesses that are willing off the clock to take time out of their own busy day with lack of employees maybe or working their asses off to build not something like totally meaningful. They're building a once-use mobile putting hole for a putt golf tournament.
Put it next to the couch we built too.
Exactly. And that's why I have fallen in love with Sanford because you guys do a lot for a little, and I love that. That's kind of our thing.
It's the same thing you guys do, man. It's the free events.
Yeah, you got to do it.
It's always free. Make it free.
Yeah, it's just more
I
fun
like
that way. And the fact that you can just show up with a putter and be like, well, I can walk around a little bit. And then, and it is sort of key when you do this, keep that in the back of your mind and do have that drink and do have that snack because you're the reason that these businesses thrive.
Yeah. They spend all this time and effort to do this so you come and enjoy a drink at their establishment.
Have a cold beer, you swing through Hollabogs, you get a potato pancake, grab a bag of gummy bears,
Well, there's so many damn places in Sanford now too, so this is a good way to check out 18 different places in Sanford in one day where you can just pop in, check them all out, and then you know what to do next weekend.
It's brilliant. I saw it on social and I was like, this is awesome. So what other events do we got coming up? I know Pints and Paws.
Pints and Paws, that's the big one. That's the 26th, and then we've got the Patty Pull on the 19th coming up.
What is that?
That's the St. Patty's Day celebration.
Oh, nice.
So we got the fire truck pull. I think we've got like 16 teams signed up right now. We've got some live
what
music
is that?
going
Feats
on.
of strength.
They pulled a fire truck.
So that like a team
Did you guys buy that truck?
No, it's the Sanford fire truck.
Oh, it's the Sanford fire
Now,
truck.
what happens if
I thought you guys were in the market for a fire truck. Or am I leaking it? I'm probably leaking information.
No, we've been working with Gannon, his fire truck at Old Kinderhook.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that'll be out there too. He
I
brings
knew
his
there
fire
was
truck to
some
like every event
there's
now.
a rogue fire truck somewhere. I knew it.
He's like pretty much doing every event with us now, and he
love
sets up
it.
live glass blowing from his fire truck.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he'll be out there too this
So you want to get in on this? You think you can pull it?
Well, how many people are on the team? 10 people,
Yeah.
and then it's whoever can pull the fire truck the furthest or fastest, a certain distance.
What are they?
Fastest, I guess.
Well, I mean, from one distance to another.
Well, I guess if you get a minute,
Yeah.
or if you get 30 seconds, let's
how
say.
long you or how far you could pull the truck.
I'm pretty sure the fire department wins every year
Now I've
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
because they do it for fun, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I learned this from the movie Squid Game, or the show, that when it comes to, there is a technique for tug of war or whatever, team tug of war. And they and I looked this up after, like, where'd they get this from? And it's actually true. Like,
this is why you hate fun.
or you lock in at the beginning, and then you don't pull or anything. You just stay steady, get as low as you can, and just hold. And then the other team was pulling,
waste all their energy.
and then systematically you heave ho, pull the other teams to the death, and then
All right, you ruined the event. Great. Now everybody knows how to do it.
Yeah, I don't know how that helps with a truck though, because the truck's not pulling you back.
Yay! It's
Do
the
you
same
pull
thing.
it? Do you hold the rope and pull forward, or do you lean into it? And
Yeah, you lean back.
You gotta lean back.
You gotta lean.
Yeah, like you're rappelling. Yeah.
Well, no, but couldn't you wrap it around your waist
Yeah, you
and then
put
like
your- you hold
run
it way
forward?
above your head.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying, like
Yeah.
reindeer style.
Yeah, like reindeer
Yeah,
style.
yeah.
Like you get your
That's true.
fattest chungus on the front and you wrap it around his belly.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you
the
go-
strongmen do that when they pull the jumbo jets.
Yeah.
They get down and they're pulling. Like,
And my new obsession on Instagram is this dude called Liver King, who's like a primal. He's like a modern day caveman, and he pulls it with his teeth.
oh, I've seen that guy.
Yeah, I love that guy. He's always talking. Well, I don't love him, but he's a something.
I've seen a guy pull it with a hair. You know, have you ever seen the long hair?
No,
Oh,
don't
yeah,
care.
yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Anyway, so after the fire truck pull, then we head into now April.
Pints and
right?
Paws. Then April 3rd, we're doing our kids fishing rodeo with Get Hooked. That we have to. Usually we do it on Get Hooked.
I want to
but,
go fishing for kids.
we
What
have to
is it?
post-
Catch and release?
Hold on, what's the kids fishing
Definitely
rodeo?
release.
What's that?
So this year it's a little bit smaller, but that's kind of something that we tied into the Get Hooked fishing tournament, where the day after that we give away around 200 to 300 fishing poles, and we teach a 5-course class of conservation, knot tying, tackle, all this stuff from the Fish Florida program, and then all the kids that participate get a free fishing pole, and they fish in the stock pond for about 2 hours. And
How cool is that?
look,
A bunch of
my
prizes.
sons like fishing, but do they have to touch the fish? They don't like that.
I mean, we got volunteers out there, but
When they catch
You
it, they
know,
go,
you gotta-
yeah, they run away
Yeah,
scared.
they got a stick. You can whack the.
And then as I try to pull the hook out and blood is coming out of the fish's eyeball because I'm screwing it up because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, well,
Maybe you should
then they
take the
start
class.
crying.
Well, it hooked through its
They-
eyeball, and I'm like, why is this so? What am I breaking here? Is it cartilage? What am I breaking? And they're, I am sorry, fish.
And then Max is like, no. Then my wife is screaming.
But then you put the
it back.
fish after I've done all that. I mean, I've heard the crackling of 1,000 Rice Krispies in this fish's eyeball and nose, and I'm moving this hook back and forth, and it finally comes out right. And then I put that fish in the water, and he's fine.
well,
He's like, all right, thank you. He's
it's
gone.
really not fine.
Oh,
It's just his like last burst of adrenaline to try
Yeah,
to
does
get
he
away,
die?
and then as soon as he's
Do
out
they
of
die,
sight,
or
as
do
soon
they
as
just
he's
get
out
the,
of sight,
like, oh,
he's
you
dead.
good?
No, you got him good. I mean, their eyeballs have out.
Yeah,
they're
no,
not
it's-
going to live.
It's like if you get in a car accident, and your adrenaline's rushing, and you stand up on a broken leg, and you're like, "No, I'm fine." And then you
So you
realize,
think
nope,
he's,
it's broken.
he's swimming away? Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's what happens. Like
Oh,
people,
man, that's
100%.
terrible.
like people get up after
Well, then why don't
crashes
I-
and they're like,
Yeah.
"I'm fine," and then fall dead.
Well, why don't I just cut the
the line? Yeah, just throw it back. Yeah.
I'll just cut the line and let him swim with it forever.
Yeah.
Till it
it's
rusts
fine.
out.
It's just a piercing then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So after the kids fishing rodeo, what do we got next?
April 9th is the Mini Masters.
Okay.
April 10th is going to be, we're moving food trucks to the second Sunday from third Saturdays. April 10th is the first time when that starts.
Sanford Food Truck Fiesta.
Yep. And then we're on April 10th, we're actually doing the food truck battle. So we're going to have like 40 food trucks out there. We're
battle?
doing the whole battle. And,
Do we vote to see who wins?
I think you guys should be judges. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
The amount 40 food trucks is a lot.
That's a lot of food. You have to try, and you have to.
I
Every-
mean, you need that
Every
many.
one
That's
you
too
have to
many.
eat it every single one.
Like I mean, I'd be cool with a solid 5. Like 5 options. I'd be like,
Sir,
wow,
you
too many.
forgot to
2
eat
options.
the Amish pancake.
Like 2 options would be fine with me. It's like, all right, we got some Korean
God.
barbecue here,
What
and
we
then
got?
like a sensible hot dog one.
Korean taco box.
When we
yeah.
got like 5,000 people out there, you got to have variety.
Oh my God, 5,000.
Yeah, that's a lot of ironing boards.
Yeah.
That's what you eat off of.
Yeah. And where is that? Is that at the where we do sofa and
Yeah,
subs?
that's same.
Okay.
That same street closure there, Palmetto.
I call it the
Second.
historic Sanford L.
the famous L Collective.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
The L Collective sounds awesome.
And then after that, a hurricane party, right? Or I'm sure there's
Then April 24th, we have the Royal Boil Crawfish Music Festival that we did.
Royal Boil.
Yeah, with the supervillains.
Okay, yeah.
so we're
You
doing
did this
that
last
again.
year,
Yep.
yeah. So it's a giant crawfish boil, basically, and then supervillains plays. That
Yep,
sounds awesome.
We get,
Boyale.
We fly in 700 pounds of live crawfish the night before, pick it up from the airport at around 5 in the morning, bring it over, and we cook about 1,000 pounds of crawfish.
When you dump them all in, are some of them already dead?
Oh yeah.
Those are the ones you throw out.
Or do you have to go through and hey, you there? All right, you're good. Let me see. All right, wiggle your
Yeah, how
thing.
do you know?
Each one you pick up and ask, are you all right?
Yeah, you good?
okay?
I'm good.
How
All
was
right.
the flight?
You
You all
gonna be
right?
good too. Dude. You're gonna be screaming.
Did you
or-
get some rest?
You know that's not a scream when you put them in there. That's just air being
escaping
pushed
the
out of their shell.
Yeah.
I like to believe it's still a scream.
Yeah, I like to believe it's a scream too.
And then you do
you put potatoes in there too and stuff.
Yeah, sausage, potatoes, corn.
Yeah, to flavor it up.
the newspaper on the tables and
Yeah,
then
we
just
do that.
pour down. Okay.
So yeah, we'll have the ticket link coming up for that. But you'll be able to like buy a VIP table, which comes with like buckets of beer and like 20 pounds of crawfish boil.
That's dope.
So you and your buddies can just buy,
Yeah, just reserve a table.
and then it comes with a huge.
20 pounds of crawfish.
20
and,
pounds of
12 beers.
All right,
Yep.
that's awesome.
I love it.
And then hurricane party.
Then hurricane
You
party.
just want to get to that hurricane party.
Well,
Hurricane
I
party.
want to talk about the bands that you guys have announced already.
Yes.
Because
I don't
know
even know.
It's going in stages, dude.
Yeah.
Daniel's gonna be super excited.
I know. I'm coming into
Oh
the
man,
super.
I don't even know which ones I'm allowed to talk about.
Well, the
yet.
one that I do know, I'm really like freaking out a little bit about because I've only seen them one time.
Yeah, and I know that there's different stages. And by the way, I don't know if Paul wants me to be telling people this,
Okay.
but just
Probably
go
not.
ahead and buy your tickets now at the cheaper price. It's worth it.
Yeah.
100%.
You gotta like the way you look.
Because you guys are basically, there's different stages of ticket pricing,
Yep.
and so if you get it early, you can get it the cheapest ticket. But I'm telling you,
And they only have a limited amount of
yeah,
those
and we're in
too.
our last tier right now, and I think there's probably like 20 tickets left.
Okay.
But yeah, we're in our $35 tier right now, and then you can get the $35 ticket, and you can upgrade it to VIP for $25, which gets you like a T-shirt, drink tickets, and a bunch of other stuff.
Cool.
so what bands have been announced already? Not to put you on the spot, Dustin, but because I know
The super villains.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew that. I would have bet $10 million.
Finally, they've come back to Sanford.
Pacifier.
Okay.
Pacifier,
Yeah.
great band.
And then I'm not sure if the other ones have been released yet. I gotta check.
Yeah, like I know one, and I don't even want to say it. I'm glad I didn't.
I know,
say it.
and I know which one you're talking
yeah,
about, and
and
that's
the-
such a good one.
And that one can I say I can say who I've seen them with, right? Or no? Would that
Yeah.
be? I've seen them with Bad Religion, and me and Tony Rage or Tony Monjet, and we were like, oh my god, so good live.
So
You're gonna love it.
let's jump topics to when me and Dustin and Magic Man used to go out on my old stinky mildew boat.
Magic Man, I can't even put him in the same category anymore. He's a businessman,
I know.
a fabricator,
I know.
a glass blower extraordinaire.
Yeah. But this was back in the day. I mean, this is pre-kids. Dustin had kids, or one of them. So what happened?
We can say that band.
Which one?
I mean, you could just say it, Dustin.
I'll say it. Yeah, you say it. You can say it.
We got the Agrolites
The
coming out.
Agrolites! Yes! I love the Agrolites. I saw them
Yeah.
open for Bad Religion. One of the best shows I've ever seen. If you like reggae and you like traditional, old school, just really good ass reggae, these are your guys.
Yeah.
The
No, they are
Agrolites
awesome.
I mean, it is the ultimate party music. You just put it on and groove. And I've always fell in love with these guys. Their Cali sound is just spot on.
Yeah.
It's so good. So I'm way excited that you guys have these guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, that just leaves one more headliner before we go to our regular early bird ticket pricing. So right now you can get them for $35, and there's still one more headliner that we haven't released.
And these
Yeah,
guys,
and
they don't
big,
like
too.
you don't get a chance to see them very often. They don't tour very often because most of the
Yeah,
musicians
yeah.
are in other multiple reggae bands. They're like studio musicians. They go all over the place playing. I'm stoked, man. I'm really excited about this.
We're also doing a live podcast too, like we did a couple years ago, pre-corona, so that all that information will be announced later on, and how you can be involved. But I want to talk to Dustin about back in
Stinky
the
boat.
And no, not I jumped from that to radio day stories.
Oh, yeah.
Because Dustin used to work promotions at the radio station. huh?
Do you do that to belittle him now that he's
No,
in such
I
a
used to
better
work with him.
position?
No. I mean, I used to be there with a bear suit.
But do you
Listen,
think
I organized Mist Monster. All right, it was
you-
a big deal.
Do you think that this guy wants to rehash all of that?
I just want to tell the story story about like when I knew Dustin, because there was different promo people, and during the end it was like I think Dustin was the only one.
Absolutely.
Were you working at the radio station when Spike was the promotional guy?
No, it was,
No, that was
Erica.
Was that before you?
Yeah.
We
that
used
was
to have a
before
guy
I-
named Spike.
Yeah, that I think I was an intern,
And then we
maybe,
had a
or
guy
whatever.
named JoJo. Do you remember JoJo?
I do remember JoJo, yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, this is all
Yeah.
coming back to me. I think I'm healing my memory, but yeah,
So
Do you remember Cockroach Blanket?
I do. Yeah, he slept in my house one time. I gave him a blanket. He slept on my couch. He woke up. There's cockroaches all over it.
Yeah, it was just one dead one, you know.
I was living in a rat shack.
When Andrea came back to the house and we had $70 worth of Dominoes.
Yeah. Me, Andrew is mad at me and Dustin so bad. We ordered $70 worth of Dominoes because we came back drunk from the funeral for a friend concert at the social. We hung
slammed
out with the
pictures
band
of-
and we were hanging with funeral for a friend, just getting.
Annihilated?
I mean, annihilated, and
Slamming
we were
pictures of
asked.
Newcastle.
We were asked to leave by the social staff.
About 18 times.
They were like, "Yeah, you guys got to get the out of here." So we left, and then we came home, and then we ate $70 worth of Dominoes. And he's like, "I can't drive home." And he slept on my couch, and then when he woke up the next morning, he's got a blanket on him, and there's a cockroach laying on him. That's a true story.
Andrea came in and mommed us hard. She goes, "Daniel, you're going upstairs, take a shower, you're going to bed.
Yeah.
Dustin, this is where you're sleeping. I can drive home." "No, you're not. You're going to sleep on this couch. Here's your
Oh,
blanket."
yeah.
She babied us. He gave him a roach blanket.
I hope she did it on purpose. Because that made me so happy. Anyway, so back in the old promo days,
The old roach blanket days.
I would see, because they
I forgot about that. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
you could see who your promo person is going to be beforehand.
Well, you'd get a little sheet in your box, and it'd be like, "Well, you have a promotion at X
Yeah.
location. You need to be there at this time. Your contact person is Dustin. His
Yeah.
number is X. He will be in the van, and you will have
Yeah.
whatever prize."
So I loved it when Dustin would do it, because he is not a nerd and didn't
didn't
not,
care.
not by the book. Good at his job, obviously, but he knew.
Well, good at scamming his job at that
Right.
time because
Well,
we needed to.
Still am, baby.
Yeah, that was terrible.
But he knew
I hated doing
it was
this
all a waste. No, it didn't do
such a
anything for
waste.
anybody. So we knew that, and we'd laugh about it the whole time. But it was Oreo Cakesters were paying for
Oreo
me.
Cakesters.
We have cakesters here. I bought some.
They're back.
They're
So-
horrible.
If I would go to one more goddamn 7-Eleven.
So we would show up to 7-Eleven. They'd never know why or what the hell we were doing there, or what the
No.
they didn't know about it. It was just like the employees behind the counter. They're like, I don't know.
up. We don't care.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
stay out of the doorway.
And so me and Dustin would, Dustin would set up the tent, and then with the table with all the bric-a-brac with the garbage that nobody wanted.
Movie
Some of the
passes.
same 3 prize pigs
Yeah,
that showed up to every
keychain.
event.
Yes.
What movie tickets do you have?
I
then-
was forever embarrassed to give away little rubber bracelets that had phrases on them. You know, like
Yeah.
And-
Orlando Health on it. I'm like, oh my God.
And then every single time an old man and an old lady would show up first, like while Dustin was still putting out the Legally Blonde 2 DVD, and then they'd come up and they'd be like, "You got any movie tickets?" And then Dustin was mad at the I felt bad. I was just like, "Give him whatever."
No, he wasn't
They're
no
old.
nonsense.
Oh, I hated
Well,
him.
you dealt with them more than we did.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they hit
Every
you-
single time.
Every event.
They hit
Every
you-
single event.
Well, here's the thing. Promo person, and this is totally unfair, by the way. Promo person was supposed to get there like 30 minutes, possibly even 40 minutes early.
Ooh,
like
other stations were like an hour and a half, 2
yeah,
hours
they want
early.
you like there.
2
I was
hours.
gonna say
I
an
showed
hour.
up
Was
10
it an
minutes.
hour?
Yeah,
It may have been
yeah.
an hour before.
I showed up 10 minutes before
So
that.
promo person was supposed to be there an hour before. We're there for what?
For nothing. Absolutely
and
nothing.
you know, and this is the awkward part. As we're standing there, you know how much I'm getting paid to compare
Yeah.
to you. Know I'm getting paid $300
And
for
you
2
got
hours
50,
to stay.
right?
75.
75.
So it
75. That
made-
is so not fair.
You know, so then I would
and
try
I
to
would
help
make
you load
them,
in some
no,
speakers.
I wouldn't. I would make, especially if it was a woman that was right. If it was you, I'd help you. But if it was a woman, I'd go, yeah,
Absolutely not.
Do it all. Do it all.
And then we say that the prize pigs would come and then you'd shoo them away or be like, I would have nothing for you. You wouldn't put out the tickets that they were going to take because
I kept a separate stack for them of the garbage poop tickets.
Yeah.
And that's what I would give them, and then as soon as they left, I'd put the good stuff out.
And I like the move where they pick up the stuff, right, the garbage, and then they expect it, right, and we're just standing there looking. There's no
awkward.
You don't say a word to them. They walk over, and then there's a copy of, let's just say, Batman Beyond animated series, and it's sitting there, and they'd come over, and they pick Batman Beyond. Put it back down. Hey, what kind of radio? What kind of radio station you do? We're talking. Okay.
I like that.
All right.
I like talk. What do you guys talk about?
And then
we're
was that
"Ah,
comedy?
just
Or like trying to make that.
I like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, you got any? You got any pizzas or anything? You got anything good?
And then they just meander away with no goodbye or anything. They just stand there. And they're like, who is hell? What is this doing?
But they
this
always
is
stick
nothing.
a sticker. They always stick a damn sticker. Why? You're never going to use the sticker.
Give it to your kid to shut them up in the back,
Like,
right?
this isn't helping Cakesters. This isn't helping the radio station. It's helping nobody. It's helping me. I'm the most that's helping. $300. Out of anybody, I'm benefiting the most. Right?
I would go towards the end.
And I still hated it.
Towards the end, if I were at like a Lowe's or something, I was doing one of these and I hated it, I would excuse myself with the promo person to the restroom inside the Lowe's, and I would hide on the toilet for 20 minutes just to kill time.
We debated, like, if we never showed up to this thing,
So many
no one
times.
would know. And we still get paid.
Remember, I showed up like 45 minutes late one day.
Oh, yeah. I was just standing there inside.
Inside.
The 7-Eleven, like...
I left a Moe's early because I wasn't going to stand there and play Guitar Hero by myself for 1 hour.
You just stood in a 7-Eleven for 45 minutes?
Well, I walked around. I bought something, like, it was like...
Like, sir, no loitering,
like,
please.
I went to one that we couldn't find the manager, so I just told the promo person, let's just set up and act as if we met the manager and everything is going according to plan. We can't find the person. If we call the station or try to make it any bigger, it's going to get out of control.
Yeah,
we have to
never say nothing.
Yeah, never say nothing. We have to just stand here and put in 1 hour's worth of time and then get the hell out. Or 2 hours worth of time.
2 hours.
Yeah, it would be 2 hours. I was like, we just have to stay here and then just get out of here. Like, do you want me to find the man? No, for God's sake, we tried.
But then there was this like one nerd lady that was by the book,
Cena.
and when she was
That bitch.
she'd be like, "Where?"
Cena.
Oh my
She's like,
God.
"The speakers aren't out," and then she literally
She pulled her own
I was
car
at
up.
the Titanic experience, and she pulled her.
I'm me, Druggy the Bear, at the Titanic experience.
She pulled up with a car, opened her car doors, and started blasting real radio because she was such a company
This will
person.
drive people to the table.
By the way, company fired her.
Yep. 100%.
It's true.
Right after she called me Katrina.
Yeah, she
Nothing
never knew
matters.
your name.
Anyway, sorry,
Daniel, your
Dustin.
intern
that's
Katrina
amazing.
needs to get her paperwork in. You mean Samantha? Yes, Katrina.
So, can you find all these events in one particular place?
For the most part, you can go to like historicdowntownsanford.com and see everything that's going on. And then on our social media, Instagram, Facebook, drinkatwestend.com.
Yeah, Drink at West End is pretty good.
Yeah.
Drinkatwestend.com, you can get all our tickets for all our shows and stuff like that. Pintsandpaws.com if you want to get tickets for that.
Yeah.
Hurricane Party and everything is on drinkatwestend.com.
We didn't even mention like all the bands you guys have coming in all the time.
I mean,
and
there are
then your
regular
trivia
shows,
nights. and-
comedy. What else you
we've got,
been doing there?
I've got 2 charity comedy shows actually coming up for Leukemia Lymphoma Society
Nice.
on April 1st and May 1st. And then we've got a bunch of good bands coming through. We've got
We had
Afro
a
Man
Punk
playing
Fest going on
Punk
April
Fest
2nd.
coming up too, yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Afro Man on Sunday.
Cool. Drinkatwestend.com.
Indeed.
And we'll see you next week. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Our producer Sam is here. If you will look in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a man. We'll get to that man soon enough.
He came early.
He
and
came
freaked
early.
our wives
Way
out.
early.
He was here like 10:30 in the morning.
Then my wife said, "Oh, who's that good-looking guy?"
She
that
did.
She did. She's like,
horny,
who's
right?
that? She's like, who's that?
I'm like, he is good-looking,
That's
right?
your new
I'm like,
sales guy?
Beautiful skin.
Our
Me
new
and my
sales
wife
guy.
are into the same dudes, I think.
Hey.
We find the same dudes
That's good for the
attractive.
bedroom when you're into the same dude.
Yeah, it makes it easier.
Or
when
you
Easier
fight
swing.
over him. Over your
when you
fight
got the
over him.
camera.
Yeah.
I seen the move. It's off-putting. Where it's
it's like everybody's connected. It's
I'm
called
like,
the bristle block.
Does the other dude know you're about to do that? Because it looks like it's an impromptu move. And
Yeah, it did
I
look
don't
like
know if he's
improv. And I call that bad prov. If I'm there and you do that, I go, wow, man.
yeah. That wasn't part of the deal. I
Good
thought.
Lord.
We were just at Cactus Jack's. I'm sure it's a biker bar. And then we made this agreement.
We were actually, and then they all do the move where, the guy with the girl and then the guy with a guy, and then that's called the hey-o.
That's a anyway.
Human centipede.
Game show Drew is here. How you doing, Drew?
I'm good.
So
I don't even know why Game Show Drew is here. Are you here to tenure your resignation?
now you're dressed as if you're going to the beach.
Yeah, you
in
look
tank top.
like the opening scenes of Baywatch, the new one, with the rock.
yeah.
With the rocks. You look like Zac Efron.
And
Up.
What was that?
My cookies are done. I'll be right back.
He's got a phone. No, you do.
He does have something in the cooler
Yeah,
that
yeah,
we should.
a
We need
dirty
to
ass
start checking
cooler.
people's
That's
bags
just a
when
little,
they come in
just a
here.
little sand.
Why do you have sand all over
I
your
tried to
cooler?
brush it off. That's actually
I could
a
tell
version of it.
that it's not a bomb by the way he carries it.
Yeah.
When you carry a bomb,
You're like, oh man, this is a bomb.
you're more careful with it.
Yeah.
And Drew was swinging that thing around crazy. So
The bag.
Yeah, the bag.
Yeah, not his ding dong.
Anyway, so why are you dressed like this, Drew?
This is our spring break version of ACT trivia.
Spring
all
break.
All right, spring break version of ACT trivia. Did we have an intro for this?
Oh, I tried twice. It's
Oh.
it's not really worked out.
Okay.
Third time's a charm.
That's fine. Should we
Oh.
play the weird Hobby Wednesday theme song in place of it or no?
Drew, I'm going to talk to you about something that I can only say on the show because I'm mentally damaged or something. I can only tell
Therapy,
the truth.
your wife said you
I
need
can
therapy.
only
Yeah.
say,
That
I
got
can
a
only
little
be who I
real.
am on
Yeah.
the show.
We did a show with the wives that you'll have to go and find it. Just go into the Tom and Ann universe and
It'll
find
be there
the show.
somewhere.
It'll be there
It's
somewhere.
if you're listening to this on the radio, it's the last Friday free show.
That's correct.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then Tom's wife basically said on the show, she's like, "You need therapy. You need therapy." And it
She
was
always
like,
said that.
Well, maybe you should take her
No,
advice.
Maybe you should go.
She's all about always.
"She all about this therapy." Do you even know how to talk? Why would you? She all about it.
Anyway, so Drew had this whole plan that he sent Samantha for. I think he sent me maybe first.
I don't
and
know
then-
anything of what you. Okay, start from the beginning.
We keep everything from you to
Yeah.
shield you from the.
I appreciate that. I'm much
You're
like-
dealing with too much.
I am the Elian Gonzalez of the show. I'm hiding in the closet.
We don't want you to pass out. So.
And every once in a while, Sam will come in full riot gear and hold me up. Take a couple action shots, put me back in the closet.
So Drew sent me an email, and then
What did
Well, he
it
sent
say?
me an email first, right? And he said
Oh,
he had
yeah.
an idea. He wanted to know if Seth could be in studio with us for him to come in the next time he came in.
Okay.
And he had an idea he wanted to do, which I then ran by Tom, and Tom's like, well, have him text me the idea.
Okay.
And then so Samantha forwarded me the email of
Yeah.
Drew's idea. I scanned through
By the
it,
way, I haven't seen any of this. This is all new to me.
and I was like, "Oh God, it's too complicated. It's too because Drew
He goes.
everything is 100%. It's too much.
Gets
He-
here 3 hours early.
Yeah,
so in
he
the-
does.
in the-
Uh-oh.
In the manifesto, I
Who's cooking?
What
Get
is
those
that?
cookies out of the oven already.
It's a bomb.
I told you. Check the bags.
It's ticking down. Anyway, so everything is overly like he puts in more work than I've ever seen anybody put in
Yeah.
anything into something
But
that's not
why?
even getting paid. I have no idea. It's this whole. It was a whole manifesto
This is his hobby.
about, and there was Photoshop and Drew.
Drew, do you get mad that you put all this time in it? Because you do get to an ending, you do multiple questions, you do a lot of stuff, and I've seen a couple of them. Do you get mad that we only read about the first 15 sentences or so, and then we're like, oh my god, and then we never get all the way to the bottom, and I feel bad for doing that.
No, you don't need to feel bad for that.
I do feel bad though, because I feel like if you're putting this much time in, it's like I've always said, and my dad was real big on this. You probably heard this on the show before. My dad's like, if somebody emails you, do your best to always email them back, because they're taking their time, you take your time. That sort of thing. And I feel bad that you'll send these manifestos and that you probably didn't. Be honest, you didn't read the whole thing.
I looked at
It was
the
good, right?
Photoshop. He was gonna
Photoshop.
He had this whole plan that he was going to come in as a competing sensei
Okay.
from another dojo.
Oh, I like this idea.
And he
Let's
had
do
a
it.
gi, and then he had the whole sign, the Photoshop sign of the dojo, and all
Okay.
like him standing there, and then he had music and the whole thing, and it was like, here's my intro, I'm going to come in and challenge Seth, and I'm like, oh God, why are you trying so hard? I'm not even trying this hard. I
Right.
don't even tell Daniel about this.
Yeah. He tried so hard he deleted the email.
Because then I was like, well, Seth is going to be like, what's happening? He doesn't know what's going on.
Right.
And then it's going to be an awkward scenario.
It will be awkward.
Yeah.
And you hate awkward. That's why you said no.
Yeah. But maybe
Maybe Drew is fueled by awkward because every one of his bits on this show is.
It does
It
get
is.
awkward.
It's odd. It's weird. It's like performance art at this point.
And
When he showed up at 10 a.m. in a tank top with a cooler, I was like, oh no.
There was a part of
Oh,
me that
no.
just said, well, I'm just going to go party with him. I'm just going to go drinking with my buddy.
so you ditched the whole dojo idea, and now
He's
you're
going
full
spring break,
Spring
yeah.
break.
Spring break, yeah.
And by the way, I didn't know how to tell you. This is why I don't know how to tell Drew why it wouldn't work, because I don't want to offend
We'll
him.
tell him now. He's right here.
no,
He's right here.
Well, I don't, because maybe.
Well, how did you get to the point where you knew that the competing dojo bit that you had thrown to Tom, who had forwarded it to Sam, and they had shielded me from it? When did you know, that's not going to fly? And when did you pivot to spring break trivia?
Well, I knew to pivot whenever I emailed Sam. I'm like, we're still on. She's like, yeah, but let's not do the karate thing. You
Yeah.
got anything
She's
else?
blunt, too.
Yeah. But also,
Give me your A material, you POS.
Unlike Tom, I can tell people the truth.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Is
Yes,
this what you were going to say, that you said you were mentally ill and you were going to say it on the show?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
but I can do it on the show for whatever reason. That's the mentally ill part.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can't do it in real life because I'm afraid of hurting
So
his
that
feelings.
conversation
'cause he
you
spent
had
a
with
lot
your
of time.
wife, that conversation you had with your wife about therapy earlier was the only time you guys have ever talked about that, because it's the only time you can talk about that because of your mental illness.
Yeah.
All right.
That's how it works.
I understand.
Because I don't want to hurt his feelings. He put so much time and effort
Would it
into the
hurt your
Photoshop.
feelings if Tom had written back, I don't like that idea?
no.
Yeah, you don't seem like you get your feelings
you
hurt
say
very
that,
easily.
but how could it not? You put so much effort into it. I don't
you
even
put
have
This guy's
feelings.
full of ideas.
Yeah, do you
Yeah,
feel like you put a lot of time into it?
No.
Oh, he did.
Now,
Damn it.
maybe
That's an
this is
email.
A lot of brain power. I've got a lot of brain power.
Maybe this
into
is
it.
a case of you not being good at typing, where you look at a lot of words and you're like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, wait.
That must
That's
have taken him 2 hours.
at least 175 button pushes right there. And then it's not a big deal to him.
Oh, okay.
It's-
Oh, maybe I-
and you as,
Yeah.
you know,
Maybe I
as,
just-
as
yeah.
Bumpkin Tom, you look at it, you're like, oh,
Too many
wait.
words.
God damn, how many times he typed the word "thee"? Is it like that?
So yeah, maybe I thought it was a bunch of work, and it really
was.
was just.
Maybe he's just
Yeah.
taking a dump. You know, when did you? How long do you think it took you to write the dojo bit idea and send it to Tom?
I probably spent like 30 minutes on the flyer, which I was proud
Yeah,
of.
tell you there's a flyer.
I didn't see the flyer.
oh,
Yeah,
there's
because
a-
he's shielding you from it. We don't.
I'm
even-
a little
where's the
disappointed.
truth?
I
Where's
didn't get
that
to
the
see the flyer.
Where's the truth? I don't know.
I got no attachments.
I mean, now I'm second guessing every move this company makes, because I feel like I've been shielded from everything.
Oh, you don't
Well-
even want to know what happened during the lunch break.
Let's just put the dojo bit on the burner for a minute. Let's see how it flushes out, and then
We're going back to flush.
we're back to flush.
A forever flush.
And
10,000
we don't know.
flushes.
I mean, it could. We could go back to it. I'm just saying, just keep it open. Keep an open mind.
So should we get the trivia going? Because
Yes.
you know how much I love trivia, and I feel I love trivia on the radio. I think it's the main reason radio was invented. It is my favorite thing on radio. So if we don't get to getting, we'll never get done.
All right, you're right.
All right.
So let's play the intro.
We don't have it.
Okay,
There
we
is
don't
no
have it.
intro.
All right. What do we got first, Drew?
All right. So we've got prizes for getting the
All
questions right. So
And that's what's in the cooler. I
That's
bet a
what's in
bunch
the
of your
cooler.
old
Okay.
beers. He's done this before.
First question. The category, hive-minded audience. On Monday's episode titled Cultural Adoption, Tom said that America's Funniest Home Videos likely didn't have a live feed of people on Zoom. For what reason?
Sam,
Yeah.
someone's ding dongs out.
Not ding-dongs.
Tom,
Yeah.
they pull the T's out?
No tease. Hive-minded audience.
Bees.
You already went. Well, we didn't get it, Drew. You wrote that too hard.
To our own show. Is that what you wanted to prove?
You know how much we've recorded in the past 2 weeks, Drew?
Did I say middle
Our
finger?
brains are mush.
Did I say that?
Beehole. I was looking for beehole.
Damn it. God, it's so easy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's a 0
Okay.
for everybody.
That's like the last thing people show on Zoom.
Okay. That'd be hard to show. Ding dong's easier.
Especially if it's Tom.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We're not sure he has one.
Yeah. I don't think you have one. You're colostomy
no,
Tom.
Come on.
Next question.
All right. Question number 2. Category: a royal pain in the arse. On Tuesday's episode titled "Beast Business," you were all talking business with Jesse Wolf when Dan brought up Savannah Solo. What did he actually refer to her as?
Oh, God. This is riveting for the radio.
Dan. Samantha Solo.
No. After you said the other name, you're like, oh, now I can't even think straight.
What?
That's every day.
The clues are too vague, Drew.
Give us more detailed clues.
So what did Daniel call
Samantha.
Royal pain.
Dildo Queen.
Dildo Queen is correct.
I don't know why that popped in my brain, but
Dildo
I get a
Queen.
prize.
Royal pain in the ass. That's a good clue.
All right. Okay. All right. You get an old beer.
All right, this first one is everybody wins. So, themes.
Wait, why do they win?
Well, you get yours first, though.
Oh, well.
Sorry.
What's it got?
What's happening?
What is,
Oh, I got novelty shark sunglasses.
oh, wow. These are great. Thank you.
Of your last event at Jimmy's other side?
Oh, wow.
I'm bringing these on the cruise.
These are awesome.
Jimmy's other side. Where's that?
Johnny's.
Oh,
Jimmy's is competing business.
These are rad.
Okay, I'm leaving these on.
Again, Drew. What?
The next time you do an event there, you can save money by not getting the mechanical bull. Just slap those on your face and let
Slap
the games
these
begin.
on. Let's go. Jimmy's other side. Just what they're
Drew,
yesterday.
what are you?
You can't even open a plastic bag. That's how dumb you are.
It's already open on one side.
Yeah, you open the non-open side.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
All right, put your shark
Why
glasses
are the
on.
sides so thick?
Watch out, it'll cut your ears.
Yeah. I like those.
Don't cut your ear lump.
Okay, next
All right,
question.
we're in.
Now it's starting to feel like spring break. All right.
It is. It really is.
Alrighty. Category: Little Smokies on aisle 3.
All right.
On Wednesday's episode titled "The Wizard Section," Tom asked if being hypnotized gave people an excuse to do what they want. What did Tom say he would do if he had that excuse?
Oh, it could be anything.
Sam,
Yeah.
cheat on his wife.
That's not the first thing they did definitely say that later.
Okay.
Tom.
Yeah.
Massage parlor.
No.
It's all you, Dan. Come on, the shark glasses will give you powers.
Dan. VR. I got nothing.
Not VR. I am going to give the point to Sam, though, because he did eventually say
Yeah.
cheat on his wife. But the first thing you said you would do is you would pull your wiener out at Walmart 3 weeks later.
Good God, man. What are you? That's what you want to do?
I like 3 weeks later.
Why would you say that?
You did.
You did say that. That sounds exactly like something you would. We have to take these glasses off now because it got real serious in here for a second. I work with him.
Oh my God.
I said I pulled my wiener out 3 weeks
A
later.
sex offender.
What the hell's wrong with you? I need to start listening to these shows and
Yeah.
you know what?
Do I need to go back and cut that out?
I block out so much of the dumb stuff you say. You've been saying some really problematic stuff of the year. My God.
I did not say that. That is
You know what, Drew?
false.
I'm starting to like your bit because you're shedding some light
Oh,
on this.
man, how
this
bad the
heathen.
show is.
My God. All right.
All right, next one.
All right. Well,
shades
before we
back
get
on.
that, you got your prize.
All right. What
you
is
see,
this?
I'm wearing a whistle here. This is a big
Why
booty
you
whistle.
wear a big booty whistle?
If you see someone with a nice toot or shit.
You know, we invite you here.
He said, if you say someone with a nice toot shit.
I should have rehearsed that line a little more. Sorry about that.
You were rehearsing this?
2-hour rehearsal process before I came in here.
Well, he had the
And I
time.
was giving
didn't
him
he?
a compliment on his bit, saying I really liked it. Oh my God!
He's like, toot, toot.
You had a freak out, man.
So I get a big booty toot toot whistle.
You could be a big D whistle for
All
you.
right.
All right.
I like big booties.
Yeah, all right.
Don't put that whistle in your mouth.
Yeah, don't.
Oh wait.
Yeah, I'm guaranteed that thing's been in the hole. Guaranteed.
Drew was outside waiting in his car.
Yeah, I know
mad.
what he was doing.
Yeah.
He's walking around Lake Baldwin, getting that thing sweaty.
It's called the young blood.
Okay, next question.
Oh man.
All right, category Grizzly Lyrics. On Tuesday's episode titled I See the Stick, a caller sang his wife's version of a popular Green Day song. Finish the lyrics. My shallow heart, the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I...
Wish a mother bear would find
Hell
me.
yeah.
Yeah, I got one.
Oh,
I got one. I'm on the board.
how'd you remember that? Like,
It's the only thing I remember because I wish a mother bear would find me.
Oh.
I do.
Take your
This is another all win.
Oh, an all win? Okay, we all get a prize because of my knowledge of A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan, heard on Real Radio 104.1.
Spring break breakfast, baby.
Yeah. Oh, what is this?
Jello shots.
Jello shots. All right, let's do her.
Oh man.
oh, is there alcohol in there?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Got to go around the outside with a toothpick so it'll slide, right?
It is Starburst watermelon flavored.
Me and Sam will wait for
Fucking poison us. Let's.
I'm taking one with you.
we're lucky this is gonna air the time we're on vacation.
We're gonna not be on the radio when we come back.
Okay.
Me and Sam were waiting for Daniel to drink his.
See if he dies first.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not trying
Are
to
we
get.
not supposed to? You got what? What were you guys doing?
We're waiting to
if
see
you
what
die.
happened.
You're always waiting to see if I die.
That's true.
All right. So, how'd you
right.
make these, Drew?
At home.
These are giant, by the
Yeah,
way.
they're mega.
These are sold. These cups are sold as bathroom cups. I'm like, who's using this in the
I'm
bathroom?
drinking out of a bathroom cup.
What, for Pete samples.
I guess maybe like
Brush your
mouthwash.
teeth.
Yeah. People,
Where do you buy your stuff from,
It's
man?
Publix.
what kind of alcohol's in here?
Freeze vodka.
Freeze! What the hell is that?
Freeze! I got a gun. No.
It was on sale.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just down the hatch. It tastes like a Starburst.
Who
Oh
takes
my
a Jello
God! What are you doing? The hell
How
are
do
you
you
doing?
guys do it?
Yeah, well,
You gotta-
not like that. Like
gotta
this
finger
guy.
it.
You gotta finger the rim.
Yeah.
No,
Oh my
I
God.
don't put my finger in there.
Yeah, put
You
your
gotta
finger in
finger
it.
it.
No,
You gotta clear the
What are you
sides.
gonna try and get it out with your tongue?
Smush the sides like a pot in a
Yeah,
pot of
and
plant.
eat it.
No,
Put your
my
mouth
God.
on it, dude.
I gotta roll the
Oh,
sides.
your poor wife. Oh, don't put your tongue in there. Eat the cup. Oh my God! This. Oh,
This is
oh.
the saddest thing I've ever
Pop
seen.
it in your mouth. Pop it in your. There you go.
Oh,
All right.
man.
He did it.
Well,
Oh, like-
have you never had Jello before?
Oh my God! You're such a baby. What are you doing?
He's gonna puke. It's stuck in his throat. Give him the Heimlich.
Joke's on you.
Drink some
I
water.
never even started mine. All right, next question.
Jello's too fun for me.
Write that down.
Oh my God.
Question number 5, category. Old Man Tuttle has gone fishing.
I'm loopy as hell. And that shot
got-
didn't,
Hey, it's
didn't
not gonna help.
We got 1 foot in spring break,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
We're there.
Monday's episode titled Why Start? What did Tuttle say that made Tom say, never say that again? And Dan say, good one, Grandpa Joe.
I have no idea.
I
I say too much stuff to remember.
I say that to him
record-
for anything he says.
Yeah, we record so much. And I don't even think I'm here when we record. I'm just kind of like reacting.
It was something racist. I know that. Because
Yeah, what was
It wasn't racist. As soon as he said it, you said, never say that again. And he said, good one,
We heard
Grandpa
the question,
Joe.
Drew. We
But
just
then
don't know the answer.
An additional clue, are you working hard or hardly working? Is the other thing you said after that. So it was obviously a lame phrase.
It was an old man
long,
thing.
hairy, and hard to carry.
He said, "What an old man?
Working
thing
hard,
did-
hardly working.
Old man gone fishing is your hint.
Something about snapper.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
red snapper. Catch a red snapper. Catch anything?
He
Don't
said
know.
the whole world is bass backwards.
Oh, I remember that. That's stupid.
Okay, we didn't get that one. Next question.
This is the last question.
Oh, thank
All right.
God.
This was on a funny episode here. Well, not a funny episode.
just
This part
farted.
of the episode.
I just farted. It's so bad.
Oh, man.
It's a hot, burnt-ends fart from yesterday. I haven't been eating
Carried
a lot.
over.
Yeah, I haven't been eating a lot. So this is all
You also
burnt
had
out.
a big Johnny's burger.
I did. I ate the biggest hamburger on an empty stomach, and then when I got home yesterday, I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess we'll talk about our lunch meeting with Joey tomorrow, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I will
sorry.
never talk
That's okay.
about it.
Last question. Category haircut supremacy. On Friday's episode titled Non-Hero, Dan was talking about a car that is worse than the PT Cruiser. After naming that car, you all decided that it sounded like a racist haircut. What was the name of that car?
Dan,
Yeah.
HHR.
Yeah. Do you remember what it stood for?
I forgot, but we got an email about it. Somebody drives one a BDM.
They do?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Are they
Yeah.
mad at us?
They were. I think they said something to you. Maybe it was on Facebook. They
Are they
tagged you or
defending their HHR?
Tom,
Yeah.
it's a heritage.
Yeah.
I mean, it has heritage.
Right,
in it.
right. Heritage, not hate.
Yeah. That's why we said racist. It's got heritage. It's a HHR, right?
Yeah, HHR. HH Greg.
The Heritage Hot Rod. Oh, that's what I call
be a
my
weird
dick.
God damn it.
Heritage Hot Rod.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We don't know.
I'm going to give it to you, Dan, because you gave HHR. Oh, shit.
Come on, bro.
I'm so sorry, Sam. I'm so
And
sorry.
he's got a squirt. He's got a gun.
He does have a
He
gun.
literally has
I
a
do.
gun.
Here you go. It's loaded. Be careful with that
Okay,
thing.
it's loaded. Oh my God, it's a loaded. Is it got water in it?
No.
What's it got in it?
Ruby red margarita.
Oh,
Come on.
here we go.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. Here, try
Let's
it.
go. Squirt it in my mouth.
Yeah. Squirt it.
Chin blast.
All right.
I'm gonna have to clean that microphone.
Oh wow! It smells like gasoline.
I think it is gasoline.
Let me see.
Is the trigger the dinosaur's D? What
yeah,
is
you
going
press the
on?
dinosaur's D and it.
Yeah. I got that for,
You kill it
for a
all.
villa.
Tom's gonna be wasted at his workout today.
How long has that been sitting in there? It feels like plastic.
3 hours.
Oh yeah, been on a 3-hour tour.
Oh, there's a bonus point to this. So, the car is called the Heritage High Roof.
Ah,
Oh,
yes,
the
yes.
Heritage High Roof.
Heritage High Roof.
Here's the bonus question: where would you get that racist haircut at?
Oh, okay.
Hate clips.
Oh,
Oh, you wrote your own joke.
Yeah, I wrote a joke. In
oh.
Oh man, that's
You were
pretty
about to
good.
curse too, weren't you?
Hey, Clips is pretty
I was
funny.
about to just say F.
Who's you gonna tell Drew
You
to
get
go?
the F out of here.
All right. Well,
Well,
I feel
all
like
right.
this is the most amount of work anybody's ever put in on the show.
Yeah.
For something as horrible as that was.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you start. I feel like your prizes are strong. Your questions are strong.
Yeah.
Your
You need us to participate, which we don't do.
yeah.
Which I feel like
We don't know
hinders-
how to. I don't think we
Well,
know.
we just
how,
don't know the answers. We don't pay attention to our show.
I don't think we know how to properly answer the. I don't know any of the answers.
You got 4 out of
Yeah.
6, right? That's not bad.
But we
Did we?
Yeah,
It was
Well,
hard
yeah,
though. It was
that's
really
true.
hard
Yeah.
to do that.
I just like the names of the show. How about you come in and just tell us the names of all
So
our shows?
Casey named your Monday show this. Ah!
It doesn't have to be that hard. You don't have to dress up at spring break. You don't have to buy a bunch of crap.
So what's going what's going on in Drew's world?
Yeah.
Do your friends know you do this? Like, what do you get out of this?
This is just fun. This is what I get out of it.
Fun.
This is fun.
So, I mean, what about like the rest of your life? What else? What's going on with that?
Nothing too exciting right now.
Just
Got a PS5. Life's pretty good.
All right, hey,
Is
all right.
work, PS5.
PS5. So you got the what? You got the you got the what? You got the
He's
PS5.
wasted over there.
You got the what? You got the PS5.
I will say,
My left foot is numb.
Do you like to play Elden Ring? What do you play on the PS5?
I can't do it anymore.
He needs a vacation.
Anyway, Drew, thanks for trying so hard.
This is it, Drew.
This is it.
No,
This is it.
he made the thing at the shark glass and all that.
I think we have to. I think we have to kill it today.
No.
Then you'll never get to see the karate bit then. Dan, are you sure?
Damn it.
He's willing to put in so much work, though. I feel like if we just
Well,
pointed
if
him the right
anything, the
direction.
Twitch chat loved today's segment.
They did.
so-
Why?
Because we look like fools.
Oh,
and
Yeah.
we're cursing crazy.
There's that. A lot of work for Sam.
yeah. Well, that doesn't help Sam and doesn't help me. I mean,
It helps Drew though. And that's
It
all that
does,
matters.
yeah.
It does how though?
It brings him happiness.
Happy?
You're married, right?
Yeah.
Wife knows you do this.
Yeah.
She's okay with it.
Yeah.
Does she go back and listen to it?
She has before you.
Do you make
She feels
her?
like where you got inside jokes that she doesn't get sometimes.
Oh.
You two,
Oh,
you two best friends right here.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I'll be laughing about something from last week's episode, and she's like, I don't know. Like,
you
why
don't
is
have
it
kids, right?
no kids?
No kids.
3 dogs.
3 dogs.
No, yeah.
Interesting.
He just.
He'd be a great dad.
Yeah. Why? Why?
He's
does
fun.
Yeah.
You used to be a lot like him before this show.
No, that
You
was
used to like
I'm
fun like Drew. You remind me a lot. Like, well, actually, Drew
Yeah.
reminds me of a younger you back when you used to have fun. Back when you used to wear hats. When you eliminated hats from your life, and you're like, I'm a businessman. I have to have a haircut.
I don't know if I ever saw him in a hat.
He used to always wear a Dolphins hat, and he'd get a new Dolphins hat. And
That's
he'd
before-
wear it backwards, and sometimes he'd wear it, sometimes he wouldn't wear it. He wore his watch yesterday. He didn't think I noticed, but he also didn't think I noticed when he went up to look at it. It only had 3% power. And then he lost it again because he
was-
doesn't have it on today.
young and naive, and I thought the world was my oyster, and I thought that you could do anything I wanted, and I just had to have fun and have this lifestyle of always having fun, and people would gravitate.
Why can't
towards
you do that now?
Because I realized that's not how the world works. They just want contracts and the thing and the money. And you gotta just put your nose to the grindstone and just work,
Sure.
then die.
Okay. How do you feel about that, Drew?
Sad.
Yeah, you bummed Drew
Well,
out.
Drew will realize that soon enough. He's doing all this work. That's what I did. I get in there. I'm like, I'll go out to wherever, Bushnell, and wear the parachute and do whatever redneck thing and fight this bum and jump this thing. And then I was like, all this hard work and this extra effort will get me somewhere one
Right.
day. And then it didn't.
It didn't.
It didn't,
So
Daniel.
you're saying that to Drew to stop it now, or you're the one that wants him to continue it?
Are you my future?
I'm the one that's smart enough to tell him to run in the other direction.
I'm just saying that
You're stringing him along in a weird way.
No.
Yeah.
He just said he likes it. And so.
Well, I mean, a lot of abused women say they like it.
And look where it got me. Like, now I got a boat, and then I got his house, and I could buy as much White Claw as I want.
Well, I think he can do that now.
No, I couldn't get a boat.
Yeah,
But you can buy as much White Claw as you want.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you
As
don't,
much
you
as
don't
you want?
hurt
As much
for
as
any
I want.
money. You don't hurt for money. You're
No,
not-
no,
Yeah,
okay.
he's fine.
Yeah, but wait until the kids come, then you got to spend
Do you
more
want
money.
kids?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I hear something in there. Here.
I think it would be awesome if I had kids.
Yeah, I think you'd be a good dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's fun.
Yeah, then you're zoned for a horrible school, and you're like, no, they're going to beat up Tommy.
Oh, I'm zoned for a really bad school.
Yeah, they're going to beat up Tommy. You'll see. All right.
Well,
Drew,
I
you got anything to
appreciate-
plug?
Yeah.
Nope, nothing to plug.
See, I hate
Nothing?
that too. He comes in here, he does it for nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Ruining our show for nothing.
At least when people plug things at the end, I feel better. Like, well, they got
something out
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it,
they
yeah.
got something.
St. Baldrick's. Just yell a charity. Yell any charity you think of. St. Baldrick's, Johnny's Other Side. They do the thing. there
Jimmy's
with
other side. I'd like to plug Jimmy's other
the-
side.
Yeah, go there.
God damn
Give
it.
the monies. Shave your head.
All right, we'll be right back with more Corporate Time. Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha, our producer, is here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
How are you? I like that you have on your Stay Young skateboards. That they did a Magic, like a kind of a mashup with the Orlando Magic. That is our buddy Tony Monjet. If you don't know who he is, he used to be Tony Rage. Before that, Tony Rodriguez. Now he's Tony Monjet. And he's a friend of the show. And, well, a lot of people don't even know. I talked to a guy yesterday, and they're like, what do you mean Monjet? I'm like, Rage. And they're like,
yeah. Just Call him Ray.
Yeah, just call him Tony Rage. But shout out to his company, Stay Young Skateboarding. Check it out. They are local and very, very cool.
Jim Myers is on the line. How you doing, Jim?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
Real
Great.
good.
Jim is in charge of the Melrose Center over at the Orange County Library System. We haven't seen him since we took the tour of the Melrose Center.
Maybe we did one Zoom. I think maybe one.
Okay, yeah.
But
I'm saying in person.
Yeah, not in person. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a minute. So how are things at the Melrose Center?
We're getting back to normal. I think we're almost back to pretty much everything we were doing before the closure. Spent, I guess, a full year with the center physically closed, and I think that's probably the period of time when I talked to you guys last, and we were doing virtual classes and events. We converted a lot of our curriculum into virtual offerings, and then created unique things that we could teach also in addition to that virtually. Last, I guess, April, so we're talking almost a year now, we came back in stages, opened up little parts of the center. In the summer, we brought back studios for people to book if they'd already gained access to that.
Nice.
And in January, we started teaching in-person classes again so that we can train people to use these resources and studios and spaces.
Jim, I'm curious, and Samantha and Daniel probably know this, but I'm ignorant to studio recording equipment or what that, and microphones and just the technology, right? So how quickly does it progress where the equipment you have in the Melrose Center
This is a great question.
becomes
I'm glad you're
antiquated? Because in any other technology, my wife bought me a TV for Father's Day 2 years ago. And at the time, it was, an awesome TV.
Top of the line.
Top of the Sony, unbelievable. And now, it's, 3/4 of the price 2 years later because there's something bigger and better comes out every single year. Does that happen with recording equipment and the Melrose Center? Are you constantly having to update to keep, basically.
On top of things.
On top of what everybody else has to offer?
Yeah, I think it depends on the area that we're talking about. The audio studio has its unique configurations and equipment. I think, for example, I think in 2020, right before we closed, we replaced the computer behind the board in the audio control room. It's brand new Mac Pro. They call it the cheese grater. You probably have seen that one.
It's the one that you wouldn't let me buy because it's too expensive.
No, okay.
This is the type of stuff I try to tell our listeners when they're talking about the Melrose Center, when we're talking about OCLS. This is the type of stuff I try to tell you guys because everybody likes to look at us and say, oh, you guys have the best equipment. No, we do not. We have this whole place is held together by duct tape.
Well, you showed me something insanely expensive, and I was
Yes,
like,
it's the one he has, the cheese grater. It's the beautiful one.
And then I was like, well, does Gateway make this? Can we get it? Is there a cheaper one?
Yeah, but I guess it would be. Is that difficult for you guys? Or is it fun? I would think. A dream job for me, if I'm coming in for a landing, would be researching equipment to put together for a cool space. I mean, that actually sounds kind of fun. What kind of hurdles do you guys have to jump through, and do you have to try and find something that's going to last you a decent amount of time, or how do you plan that?
I tell you, yeah, it's. First and foremost, we have an incredible staff. The teachers that are in the Melrose Center generally don't come from traditional library backgrounds.
Right.
We have fantastic trainers around the library system who maybe are information professionals, and they have become trainers of technology. But the Melrose Center, the video classes are taught by people with video production experience. The Fab Lab has people with maker experience, and so on and so forth. So as one of the managers, overseeing this, I feel a responsibility to listen first and foremost to what the team has to say about what we need. And then we are so fortunate, and therefore the residents of Orange County's library service area and everyone else who wants to use the Melrose Center, we are all very fortunate that we have a budget for this. The Melrose Family Foundation, back in 2012, they donated $1 million to the library for us to start the Melrose Center. Subsequently, they have donated another $1 million over the 8 years since it opened.
That's awesome.
So, and the library matched that, and of course, we budget for things. But this means that we have a budget to do what we have a responsibility to do to make the Melrose Center relevant, which is to continually look at what we've got in terms of technology. In the last few years, for example, the video studio has been outfitted with Blackmagic 4.6K cameras.
Oh my God.
Super awesome cameras, right?
Yeah.
We just replaced the lighting in the photo studio, so we've got new wireless lighting that it's like almost like there's a mini iPad on the lighting setting. So we're our instructors are kind of getting a handle on that. We're going to teach that. The audio studio, as I mentioned, has got that new Mac Pro. The audio team is always looking at microphones, things that are coming out that are in the industry. 3D printers. We've got Flash Forge for 3D printers that replaced what we had before. That kind of became a little more obsolete. That is indeed part of what our mission is.
It's so crazy.
Stay up on that.
Can you just use them whenever you want? Like learn how to use them?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Something that's new for us since we came back with in-person classes is the Fab Lab, the makerspace, and it's become we've really tried to set it up, modeling it after how you use studios, which is you take an orientation, you take an assessment, which is really a test that the instructor gives you to make sure that you know how to use the equipment, whatever space you're in. So for the Fab Lab, traditionally it had really been a classroom where we kind of taught concepts and introduced you to equipment, and we might be able to help you during an open lab a little bit, but we wanted to make it tools that you could check out like a studio. So now we have orientations and assessments for 3D printers, for the laser engraver, for the Cameo Silhouette cutting machine, for the CNC milling machine. And you take those classes, pass the assessment, and then you can come in like people who use the studios and say, yeah, I'm going to check out a 3D printer today. And you've got the table with the 3D printer and the filament and all the tools that you need for, the duration of the day. However,
it's crazy. And if you needed, and this is something really subtle, but I just want to point this out. If you needed I don't know, how do I know if this is for me or if this is good or what they do is awesome there? Just listen to his audio quality. Calling in, you see what I'm saying? It's like we talk to a ton of people and I know this is a real pet peeve for you, Tom, but this should just be light bulb should go off in your head and you say, oh, listen to his audio quality. Yeah, that's the quality of what you get there at this particular facility, the Melrose Center.
I think it's better than our mics.
It's quite possibly better than our mics, which angers me a little bit.
Jim,
it looks like you've got some good mics there.
They're decent. They're
the regular.
They were once owned by Shannon Burke, so a lot of bad mojo. A lot of bad mojo on these.
They're the standard cylinder foamers, is what I like to call them.
He has no idea. You had a serious question?
Oh, so Jim, do you ever have someone use the Melrose Center too much? And I'll explain, like if I was a manager at Melrose, I come there, I'm like, this guy's been here every day for 4 hours. He's using the damn 3D printer. He's using this. He's using the podcast.
Why would you be so grumpy in such a happy, lovely place?
Well, I'm just saying you're using too much. You're taking advantage of the system. You're here every day.
Well, what if he signed up every day legally on the books?
Let's spread it out. It's like here every day using all of stuff. You're hogging it all up. So you ever have that problem, Jim?
No, it really hasn't. I mean, we do have some super users, and we're happy to have them. I think that we probably have built into the parameters of using things like some restrictions. Like you can only have 3 reservations at a time for most of the things. So you use 1, and then you've got 2. So it leaves room for people to book spaces. But honestly, there are days when you come into the center and we don't have a sound booth reservation currently, or an editing bay reservation, or we've got 10 computers in the open area with Adobe Creative Suite software and other editing tools. It's a very rare day when we've got 10 people in here on all of the computers working on projects. So we really haven't encountered that, which would be a great problem. I mean, honestly, we're all about using it, having relevancy, and our currency are people.
Well, Jim, I mean, that's why you're on here talking about this today, because you want our listeners to know that these are the things you could do at the Melrose Center, which is, it's insane that you have access to that much free education and that many, learning tools and, equipment and all this stuff.
Well,
that you can
a lot
use.
of it is equipment that, if I'm just being real, if I were just starting out in podcasting, and I wanted to do it on a Mac, and I wanted to do it like a big boy Mac like what we have, and even a bigger boy Mac like what they have, the cheese grater, right? There would be no way for me as a young man to access this. That absolutely would be an impossibility. I'd be working a part-time job, going to school, and there would be absolutely no way for me to get my hands on and use a dream computer. But you can actually sign up, test, learn how to use it and go in there and use like real world dream computers to like make your beats or your audio, your songs or that kind of stuff. And that just blows my mind because I didn't even have a computer when I was a kid.
Or imagine if you're like you're a 19-year-old kid and you were like, man, I have this idea, but it involves me learning how to use a 3D printer, and that's super expensive, and there's no way that
I have no access. Where are you going to get access?
Exactly. Like, if only I could use one for free and have someone teach me to use it.
Right.
But
in a friendly and safe environment. Right.
And I would think to myself, well, that'll never happen. Like, who would offer that? And it's unbelievable that the Melrose Center offers so many different things like that, Jim.
It really is. I agree. It's amazing. I think all of us in the center realize how lucky we are to be able to offer this and to be around it. It's fantastic just to be around so many people who are smart and in different creative areas. You learn just by hanging around with these people. I think to look at the Melrose Center and how it exists in the ecosystem of a public library, I see it because I'm from library service. That's my background for many, many years. So I see it as the most unique branch of a public library system I've ever encountered that I fortunately have the ability to work in that you can check out an audio studio. You can check out a laser cutter. You can learn how to do things that otherwise you might not have access to. That type of education is amazing.
What's weird too
I want a laser cutter.
Yeah, well, in a weird way, you help my anxiety too because my wife she's a power library user, but not necessarily Melrose. But she is always forever checking out books, getting books sent to the house, getting stuff for Maisie, getting digital copies of books and stuff like that. But it makes me feel good owning this business to know that if our podcast, because there have been times when I don't have a machine over at my house and the power's out at our studio. And for some weird way, it makes me feel awesome that I can drive by here and grab a hard drive and I have a library card and I can just go and sign up and get in there and edit something I needed to edit on computers that are better than the ones I own. And that for somebody that suffers from anxiety is a really nice thing to know I have in my community.
Oh, you'll have to when that wall of water comes
crashing through. We actually are afraid our neighbors upstairs every day right around 1:30. We start to hear a drip behind the walls.
Yeah, 100 drips.
And pretty soon we will not have a studio. So I hope you
Oh,
get 3 power users here. We're coming for you. You're going to see us very soon.
Well, the first thing everybody needs to know is you need to get an Orange County library card.
Bingo.
If you don't live in Orange County, you could pay a small fee and still get access to the Melrose Center. So there's, you don't have to live in Orange County, but if you do, it's free. OCLS.info.
Boom.
All the information's on there. Jim, anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, I think since the last time we talked, I'm not sure if we had the virtual general orientation available yet, but we have, starting last summer, you can become a member of the Melrose Center. We do require that you take an orientation.
Right.
But you can do that now online. The
Awesome.
the address is ocls.info/MelroseGo. And basically that is a 15 to 20 minute series of videos that explains the Melrose Center in great detail. If you have any questions about what you've heard today, taking the orientation is the best way to really get clarification of what we are, what we have, and how you use us.
Perfect.
Then right in that program, you sign our terms of use. And then the next time you come to the center, or the first time, if it's your first time, we will see when we scan your library card that you've completed the orientation. And that gives you access right away to sound booths, computers, editing bays, and of course our instructors who can show you how to use all of the other stuff.
Yeah, and it's worth going just to walk through and see. It's seriously impressive.
Jim,
very impressive.
Are the videos timed so you can't skip forward unless you sit through the whole one, like you're
my
trying to get
God.
points off your license when you take
Not traffic school.
traffic school online? Because that does the worst.
So you were going to try to cheat the videos?
Wow.
No, I'm just saying, like, the traffic school makes you sit through and the ticker ticks down for 15 minutes, so you can't just skip forward all the way to the end.
Why would you even
Yeah,
ask
we
that?
we do have it set up so you can't skip forward.
No.
And I'd like to think that we are eloquent and visually pleasing enough that you won't want to. You'll
There you
want to
go.
really experience it.
There you go.
Yeah, sorry, Jim. I'm a buffoon.
Oh, man, we love talking to you. Please give everybody there some love from us, man. And have a great rest of your day. We appreciate the time.
Thanks. Thanks so much for having me on. It was great to talk to you all, and we'll see you again soon.
Indeed.
Thanks, Jim.
Have fun. See you, man. That is Jim live from the Melrose Center with perfect audio.
Next time I see Jim, I'll have to do the awkward, like, hey, I'm sorry about the audio.
Sorry
thing. I
about
was
the
just doing
whole, like,
thing.
skip through the videos thing. I was just throwing around.
I just say the thing. The listeners, they love
The
it.
listeners like for me to be the tough one, that doesn't like the videos and stuff.
Embarrasses Samantha so much.
It really does. I gotta look over to her, and it embarrasses me too. But I told you I'd follow you to hell, so I'm kind of trapped now. I'm trapped.
Yeah, you're
I'm trapped
already
now because
committed.
I'm not a liar. Right? I'm not a liar.
Yeah,
And I'm
you
like, I'll
already
follow you
committed.
to hell, buddy. And then you're like, how can I come through these videos? Your videos are stupid, Jim.
I didn't
I'm
say
negating
that.
your entire
I
interview
didn't
in
say that.
one question, Jim.
I was just saying if they have a timer so you can't skip
Hey, this
forward.
video got a timer on it. It's a stupid question, and you're going to make you mad,
He's
Jim.
already made it easier for you to do the orientation by making it virtual.
Did you hear he said, I'd like to think that our videos are good, that people would like them. No chance.
No, I didn't say that. I just asked him, can you, because the traffic school.
What
makes
are you going to go to Melrose for? What are you laying down your hot new rap album?
I want to learn how to 3D print.
What are you going to 3D print?
Oh, you'll see. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Corporate Time. Welcome back to a Corporate Time.
Are you okay, buddy?
Wow, man. I have to go to the bathroom really bad.
I'm
I'm
coming in for
gonna
Atlanta.
see if I can make it through
10
this
more
segment.
minutes. We'll do
I
it.
don't know if I can.
What do you got?
Voicemails. Yes, we have a couple of voicemails that we're going to do for you now. I apologize for not being prepared. We have done more recording.
Yeah. You're right, Sam. We should have
My
never done
name
this.
is not spam.
You're right, Spam. I love you. Okay.
It's too much, I'm telling you.
It is too much.
It's just too
We
much.
try to do too much. Well, you should have told me. You should have been like,
It's
don't.
documented.
Yeah, but you should have said, like, what you're trying to do is too much. Stop.
It's just not needed. It's not that it's
Yeah,
even
yeah,
too much. It's just like it's a stupid idea.
My wife will yell at me. She'll be like, stop. You're
Okay,
driving
so
us
just
crazy.
start yelling stop. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
here we
start
go.
yelling.
Here we go.
Hey guys, love the show. So I was listening to ACT, and Tom said that he doesn't turn off his engine when his truck when he's pumping fuel. He's absolutely right. I'm a service technician, and I service gas pumps all over Central Florida. And most of the techs out here that run these calls, broken nozzles or leaks or whatever like that, we don't care about shutting our engines off or anything. We pump gas with them in. I've seen guys out here who pump gas with approver cans to test the volume and everything. Make sure you're getting what you pay for. And they're out here smoking cigarettes while they do it, while they're dumping fuel back into the tanks in the ground. It all really doesn't make that much of a difference. The only thing that would really start a fire would be, you getting in and out of your vehicle with the static electricity and then discharging that into the nozzle. That's probably the main thing. Other than that, it's pretty safe.
Well, wait a minute.
It's a gas pump. The worst thing about it is just
So smoking cigarettes, cigars, whatever, while gas is everywhere is fine, but getting in and out of your car is scary.
Yes.
How does that work?
You see it on the news. They do these reports where they'll put a dummy next to a car and like a fake gas pump, and then they'll like as some sort of like community service show the dangers of talking on your cell phone, and they'll have the same dummy they use to blow up when like fireworks safety.
Oh, is this the turkey fryer dummy?
Well,
I love that one where you get burned alive.
They'll have the dummy, and in his hand will be a fake cell phone, but they'll also have some sort of electrical charge that will arc like a taser or something. And then the dummy, there'll be gas spilling out to recreate how
Like gallons of
yeah,
gas.
and then the fumes and stuff, and then they'll have to turn on the taser and then finally it'll ignite, and it's like, well, that's not gonna really happen. It's not the cell phone. You had a taser there, and that's what. And the guy's spilling gas all over. It's fine, right?
I think you're all right.
If it wasn't fine, more people would be dying left and right and be
I
lit
don't
on
do
fire.
it, but I never did do it. Like it doesn't. Like when I'm driving a car and I stop to go inside and get something or even get gas, it is completely okay with me to turn my car off.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't save me anything. It doesn't give me an added advantage to be like, it's ready, it's in go mode, baby. Like it does nothing for me.
Yeah.
And I don't even think about it.
It's just us Florida dodos don't like to be told what to do. Same thing with the mask and everything.
Yeah, but like I don't understand.
You're
I don't
like, you're
get
not
it.
telling me to turn off my engine. I'm leaving it on.
It's also the same thing with you not locking your car. Like I just don't. it's like I know you've had your wallet stolen like 25 times, 30 times.
They'll never learn.
Like to me, it's not. I'm not anti you not leaving your doors open. I just don't understand it because
Right.
to me, the way that I was raised, born,
It's just what you do.
Yeah, it's just like you get out of a car. What do you do with a car? When I had a key, I would stick the key in the door and lock it. When I had a push button, the Kessie or whatever that thing's called, I would hit the button and lock it. And now that I have the button push thing, I touch the door and I lock it. It's just the way it's done. It has nothing to do. Like, I don't understand why leaving the door open when you have the thing that when you touch the doorknob, it opens up.
I'll give you an example. When if I'm riding passenger, which I am most of the time with my family, because my wife gets car sick and she can't stand my driving.
Just make my wife drive because I don't like driving.
So we pull up to a gas station and then I'll pump the gas and then my wife will turn off the car. The kids are hot in the back and then I'm like, just leave the car
in the back. How long does it take you to pump gas, dude?
Truly, those kids are not that hot in 2 minutes.
Okay, you gotta stop with the little things. The little things are what's hurting them. It's not the big things. The big things are fine.
They got
these little
too
ones,
hot in the back.
these little ones are crazy. Water breaks and like, oh, they can't stay in a car for 4 minutes.
No, they can't, but just leaving the car on. Who cares? There's nothing.
No, leave them in the car hot. Who cares? It's the same argument.
Yeah, but if you leave the car on, the AC, then
Yeah, but
it's
if
a
you
win-win.
leave the car off, it's a fine.
But it's a win-win with the AC, and then there's no losing if you leave the car on.
Well, there's no they can't be 86 degrees for 4 minutes.
It's not them, it's me. I'm like, just leave the car on so everybody's comfortable.
See, it isn't them. They wouldn't say a word. They wouldn't even complain.
No, but why not just leave the car on? And she's like, what if it blows up? I was like, not gonna blow up. And then she's like, it burns our kids alive.
Jesus.
That's what she says. And then,
My God.
I love Crystal Man.
that's what she's saying.
How do you argue
And I'm like,
that?
you're crazy.
That's
You're
all.
crazy.
I love it.
Wow. I screamed the gas station we're at.
Oh, man. Okay, I got some voicemails ready to go. Here we go. We're going to try this. We're going to try and get through a bit of these. Here we go.
Hello, Tom, Dan, and Sam. It's Canadian Josh. Happy New Year. Just listening to the Corporate Time episode where you guys were talking about how much MASH sucks. First off, yes, I agree. And I just felt the need to call in and share with you my MASH story. And when I was a young adult, my mother, for some reason, decided to share with me the fact that I was conceived while MASH was on TV. Discuss. I'll hang up and listen. Love you guys. BDM for life.
Number one, why do parents share that kind of information with, even if you're an adult at that point?
Do you guys bang with TV on?
No.
That was going to be my
Typically,
question
no.
for this one. Yeah,
I mean,
don't
it's
either.
happened.
I don't have a TV in my bedroom.
You know
so-
what we used to bang to, me and my wife, and we'll still do it? Monday Night Football.
All right.
Like, if football is
Okay,
on,
all right.
and even MLS, sporting events, we'll
Make
just
her
lower
horny?
the volume. No, we'll just lower the volume.
Just leave it on in
And
the
just
background.
leave it on
Okay.
in the background.
Why even lower the volume?
No idea.
All right.
It's a win-win if you don't lower the... No, I'm sorry.
It's a fine if you leave it on.
My interactions are not that spontaneous. Like it's
Yeah,
a-
mine
You gotta
typically
plan
are.
it out.
That's a whole thing.
Yeah,
There's-
my wife likes me to let her know. She's like, if you wanted this, you should have told me 3 days. That was me, not her. That was me. She's like, you should tell me 3 days ago. And I'm like, 3 days ago? I was like, I didn't know this was like the IT department. It's like, my computer's really been messing up. I think it needs a Java update. I'll put in a ticket.
Yeah, there's guilt involved, and then there's some trickery.
There usually is some sort of, and then my
Guilt
wife will do
and trickery.
do you feel like giving me a back rub? And I'm like, no, but I do feel like sex. Right?
Yeah. No
Why-
one feels like giving a back rub.
Yeah.
That stinks.
And why can't sex just be good enough for her? Like, when I come to the table, I want
Yeah.
sex. I don't want an
Yeah.
appetizer in sex. I don't want a salad in sex. I want sex.
Yeah,
But when
it
she
seems
comes to the
miserable
table,
to my wife.
She wants the massage, and then
Yeah.
the sex is like the,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's a payment for the massage. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. My wife too. She like when I'm massaging her feet or like doing something.
No, I
nice,
don't do
I'm
the
like,
feet.
Isn't sex better than all this? It should be,
Yeah,
right?
it should be.
Did you ask her that? Because maybe the answer's no.
Well, I asked her that.
No,
and-
I asked my wife that. My wife, she's like, well, I like for you to get me in the mood. Like, I like she's
Right.
like back rubs and like neck rubs and head rubs. That is like what, gets her,
Motor
Yeah, yeah,
running.
yeah.
gets her going.
Gets her
And
going.
for me, I'm just like, God, my hands, arthritis, it hurts. And
Yeah, yeah.
all I want to do is okay, this is what
Yeah.
I want. I want, whoop, whoop, boo. That's it. Just up, down, round the town. That's it.
That's it.
I don't want. It shouldn't
No
be
frills.
Yeah, but why is it gotta be? Oh, it's like 35 minutes of back rub.
Man, I am not negotiating well over at my house.
No,
Whoa,
you're not?
describe-
I'm doing things in woods.
Oh, well, that's just primitive. That's just his. That's his.
I ain't getting no massages.
You don't get no massages?
No.
So when he is, feeling amorous and,
Just give it
you
whatever
don't
you
draw
want.
a line and say, like, in order for this to happen, you're going to need to,
Yeah. You have to be nice to me. You have to say nice things to me for days and
Well,
days.
he
I don't know.
generally does that anyway.
Oh, well, what the hell? What is he, Superman? Who the hell just says nice things all the time?
Not all the
How
time.
do they think of that?
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, I'm busy. I got things going on. The kids, the work.
Let's try this one.
Hey, Tom and Dan. I just wanted to chime in on Tom's decoration phobia. And when I was growing up, all the real men in my family, they could care less about buying decorations. But you better believe every Halloween and Christmas, they become master carpenters and make reindeer and pumpkins and cornucopias. And all of it looked like a pile of garbage. Just wood glue and brads all over the place. And everything was whoppajawed. But that was their way of getting into the mood of the holidays. So, Tom, you got to make some bric-a-brac that nobody cares about. And looks
He's
all
done that.
whoppajawed.
I made the spider web.
You got the
No,
spider
you
web,
gotta
and there was a
do-
haunted house in
You
the
gotta
back.
do plywood cutout
Yes.
of Charlie Brown.
With the hole cut for the face.
Yeah.
Stick
But-
your face through.
Oh, yeah, pumpkin patch.
But
Pumpkin patch.
Nowadays, it's so China's made everything so cheap.
How dare
that
you.
you just go to Home Depot and you get an amazing witch or pumpkin or whatever, and it's like what, like $23, and it's blow up inflatable. You know,
Yeah.
like,
I don't like.
It's cheaper than buying plywood and cutting out plywood, all painting it, or you're
Yeah.
insane. You just
And
buy the garbage.
and it looks bad. Like there's a guy up here that has a bunch of like they're not cardboard. They're plywood. It's every character from the Charlie Brown Halloween special, The Great Pumpkin, and they're all cut out. And he like drew them and painted them, and they're all just a little bit off.
yeah.
Like it's like Charlie Brown he doesn't look like Charlie Brown. He just kind of looks Charlie Brown. You know, like everybody is just a little
not good.
different.
Because we complain about China making garbage. You know, we do.
We do.
I make
We do.
worse.
We're the
garbage
original garbage makers.
we make all the fat dads. We make worse garbage than China. Anyway, all right. Bye bye.